Hello and welcome to another episode of my Battletech Extended 3025 mod career. Hope you're all doing well today. Hello? You alright? Oh, Sarge already is in there with the comments. He says, this looks like the perfect day for Doyle to find his Night Star. Oh, I hope you're right, Sarge. I really do. My gut says no, though. I think we'll be searching for a long time. I believe I have a contract already and good to go in this new location. We got a travel contract. I have no idea what we're against, though. But fingers crossed for Davian. We will see. Hey, Grum, how you doing? Stop, he says. What's up? You fixed your system. Awesome. Grats, mate. Hey, Crank, how you doing today? Right, I'm definitely not taking these out. Oh yeah, Sarge, you missed just after you had to leave yesterday. The Devil Dog had another outing, this time pretending to be a medium mech. But that was fun. Okay, 4.5 Skull, Battle, Highlands. How do I want to start today off? Safely, I think, is the answer. Go for some big stuff. Okay, so 1 LRM mech. Atlas, 2 King Crabs. That's the heaviest loadout that I could possibly take with what I've got. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, you don't want to be melting your bits, do you, Grum? Nobody wants melted bits. Now what am I going to do about pilots? I'm going to need someone who can do good work with missiles in the wrecking ball. Krang, I think Krang can stay in. Oh yeah, and that was the other thing, Sarge, you are now a maxed out 10 pilot. That was the other thing that happened. The very last mission I did yesterday, you ended up with enough XP to finally be the 5th maxed out pilot, which is good going. You beat Buzzkill to the post. He's just 1 point off. In fact, speaking of which, maybe I'll give Buzzkill a run. Try to get him maxed out as well, since he's so close. We've got Krang, Halcyon, Alto, Buzzkill. All right. I think we'll go with this. Only what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap those 2 King Crabs around. Yeah. Yep. All right. We're good to go. So yeah, Sarge lived long enough to see himself maxed out. That's always a good thing. Oh man, Grandma, I bet you're happy that's fixed then. Not being able to play stuff because of broken PC is a right pain in the ass, isn't it? %33% cooler now. Oh, that's a huge difference. Outlaw Extreme, that's a new name to chat. Hello, well, welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. Is asking, how are you liking the 3025 extended career mod? I think it's awesome, personally. I've been playing it since before it was released, because I'm lucky enough to be friends with the guy that put the package together. And I've kept this same save going as more and more content's been added to the mod, and I think it's a good mod. I really do. I like that it feels like an expansion on the original game. It's not a complete overhaul. There are tweaks here and there that make it a little bit better. So Cool Shot Mastery is a tiny bit nerfed. Some of the Lost Tech is a little bit buffed because the vanilla Lost Tech was terrible. and there are absolutely tons of new mechs and variants and vehicles thrown into the game. And in fact, there was just an update yesterday, which we now have active, which added even more vehicles to the game. So we're going to see some new stuff today for sure. But yeah, generally speaking, it's great. I really like it. And it's, of course, all law compliant as well. So mechs show up in the years that they're supposed to as you progress through the game. And the rarity or availability of mechs is conditioned to, you know, the correct faction and how many they would have, that kind of stuff. So common mechs you will see commonly, rare mechs you will see rarely, which makes it fun and interesting, or sometimes frustrating, depending on what you're trying to collect and how long it's taken you to get it. So an example of that is I'm currently chasing 2 parts of a Night Star, and they're pretty rare. Basically, I think their exact setting is very rare, which is 1 below extremely rare. And the particular one I'm looking for is found for the Federated Sons. House Davian use them, so that means I need to take missions against them for a chance to find one, and high-level missions at that. But all of that comes together nicely. I think it gives the game a lot more playability, extends your campaign a lot more. Also, the mechs you start with are randomized from a pool of lighter things than you would be used to from playing the vanilla game. But don't worry, your opponents will also be using light stuff in the early stage as well. And it extends that area of the game and allows you to use mechs that you would often just completely skip by in the vanilla. Or even Rogue Tech. You know, you get a completely different beast with Rogue Tech. And yeah, it's nice to be able to play and use and have use for some of those early mechs as well, rather than just, you know, just skipping straight past them. So yeah, all in all, I think it's pretty good. It won't do you much harm to give it a try if you're not sure, or just check out my playlist. I have this campaign from the very beginning on my YouTube channel, which is channel_Doyle. So feel free to take a look at that, and yeah, you'll see this mod played from the very beginning. Okay, what are we up against? 85, 90, 85, 85. Okay, right. We have Buzzkill able to act now, and he has Sensor Lock, which is handy. I seem to have gotten myself stuck in a tiny little patch of trees here with not much room for manoeuvring. Possibly not my best plan ever. Let's check out this 85 tonner. It's a Battlemaster 1G. Okay, so could be a Brawly Lance. Kind of relieved that that isn't a Stalker, to be honest. So Fozzie, hello. Yes, that's right. The vehicle add-on is out and it is updated on my machine. So we are currently playing the most recent and up-to-date version. I very nearly had enough time to get it done yesterday. But yeah, ran out before I needed to go live, so had to play as things were in its current state. But I did last night get it all fixed up. So new community asset bundle, new Battletech extended 3025 update, and we're all good to go. Right, let's back away with the LRM mech, make a bit of space for manoeuvring. Yeah, since this is the only thing I can see, I'm going to smash it, but 60% damage reduction, it's not going to do much for it. I have no idea how to, Grom. I don't know how the bot stuff works. Shell still hasn't got around to showing me. Is it that way around, or is it the other way around? Yeah, no, it's still not working, is it? Alright, I'll just direct link the mod page instead. There you go. There's the mod page. I keep it open in Chrome for just such an occasion. Ah, yes, we have the Atlas. Let's smash that. Yeah, I'm just going to go for CT, I think. Trying to take this thing down quickly. Still got 3 of the mechs after him to go. Just trying to catch up on chat because there was a lot of it very quickly. Outlaw Extreme says, I'm a filthy Rogue Tech player myself. That doesn't make you filthy. It just has a different appeal, Rogue Tech. You know, Rogue Tech is like a sandbox with everything you could ever possibly want thrown in. But my personal view is that I prefer this mod because I like the vanilla game. I like that this feels more like the vanilla game. I'm not a big fan of the massive overhaul that that Rogue Tech is. But, you know, I do understand that each of these mods appeals to a different audience and they both have their place. But I find this, I mean, a common criticism of Rogue Tech, whether it's fair or not, I'm not passing any judgment on, but a common criticism of Rogue Tech is that it's not very well balanced at times, that I see written on various forums on the internet. Whereas I would say you would be hard pressed to say this mod isn't well balanced. I think everything that goes into it is very well thought out and you know, deliberated over before being added and tested and things like that. So the intention of this mod is to keep things well as balanced and fair and reasonable as possible, while still adding a lot of things.
I can't take much more of this.
Yeah, I don't really have any slowdown with this mod. I have no complaints over anything like that. I have seen, obviously, I've watched a fair few streamers playing Rogue Tech, and I have seen there can be some very long load times. One that put me off the most is when you go to a new system and you're loading in the contracts, and that takes forever. I mean, it's nice that there are so many contracts, but that just takes too long for me. I don't want to sit there for, you know, what seems like 10 minutes. I know it's not as bad as that, but it feels like it. Whereas this mod, yeah, I don't have that concern. Load times are generally no worse than the vanilla game, really.
How might I help?
So, you know, I was saying I saw that Battle Master and I was relieved it wasn't a stalker. What do we get next? 2 stalkers showing up. Trying to ruin my day. The stalker doubles on weekends as a disco ball, says Sir Fozzie. It could do. It's kind of a dangerous and painful disco ball. I certainly wouldn't want to be present at any disco where there was a stalker hanging from the ceiling, shooting lasers everywhere. Doesn't sound safe to me.
Receiving you.
Right. I think the order of the day is back away. I'm a little bit worried about Emperor Krang right now. I mean, the state of him. Jesus, that's bad. So we need some quick kills.
Firing on target.
No, don't miss with a large laser. We need hits.
Solid connection on that one. Standing by.
Let's back away with Emperor Krang. He definitely needs to get to safety. And what safer place could there be than hiding behind a 100-ton Atlas? See if that works out for him. Krang says, "'Tis but a scratch." Channeling the Black Knight from Monty Python and the Holy Grail there. The Gromulus. That's not a bad idea. Sarge says, "Hey Grom, if you talk nice to Doyle, he'll rename the Atlas to the Gromulus."
Yeah. What can I do?
I might have to just do that anyway. Nice idea, Sarge. Have I got any resolve? No, I've got no resolve. Ugh. What am I going to do? This guy has just got 42 hit points left on the centre, but I can't aim at it.
Something I can do.
And I'm going to struggle to get in the front arc. Oh, I can get in the front arc. I can get in the front arc here. All right, all right. Why did I trust Alto with the Atlas? What was I thinking? Right, come on, Alto. Little bit of luck here, mate. We just need that CT. No, of course not. No, it... not surprised, it's Alto. Samurai says, good pirate rep paid off for me in my current playthrough. Was able to nab my first complete assault by buying a longbow 7Q for 9 million. Sounds reasonable to me. Alright, Wrecking Ball. Come on. Halcyon. Borrowing Ryland's mech here. Can you do this? Come on, come on. Yeah, a few more orange, few more orange, few more orange. Just a few, just a few. Oh, come on, that was close, surely. That's fine. Shoot the Atlas. We're all good with that.
Oh, it's on now.
All right. One hit. Ah! Deep breaths. Deep breaths. One hit point remaining on the internal CT of that Stalker. Ain't that just the way? Okay. Buzzkill. Finish the job, please. Am I gonna precision strike this, or am I just gonna shoot? Oh, it's a big gamble, but I would quite like to save that resolve for a precision strike on the Highlander, or maybe two the next turn, and get that taken down quickly. We're gonna gamble. We're gonna gamble. We've got 4 weapons. There is a chance we will hit the CT. Alright, come on. Come on, Buzzkill. Be lucky. Be lucky. Buzzkill got lucky. We're all good. That's a downed Stalker.
One left target.
Gromulus riding himself is how I would phrase that, I guess. If you were in it. Oh dear. Right, now I have that precious resolve to use. And we're going to go for CT. Yeah, he's opened. Oh, he's hurting. That medium laser also hit the CT, I think. That's going to make for a quick kill on that Highlander. Yeah, I want to get my machine guns into range, Outlaw, but I'm also reluctant to step out of my cover. I'm just kind of hiding in this little patch of trees I reached. We kind of got here and went, oh, now where am I going? There's too much of a gap. I don't want to cross it because I want to keep shooting. I think if I take time to look at my surroundings, I usually end up going around this way on this map and using all these trees. It makes advancing a lot easier. But I was busy reading chat and not concentrating and ended up getting myself stuck here. So we're stuck with it. We're dealing with it. It'll be fine. Things are dying anyhow.
Position confirmed.
Right, now... Yeah, do you know what? This might work. This might work. I know it's only LRMs, and they're not the most precise of weapons, but we've got a lot of them. Job done.
Tango down. Receiving you.
What am I going to do with Krang at this point? I think play safely and pull him back, since he's pretty smashed up. I mean, nothing's actually opened, so he's still got armor on all locations, but not very much of it. Since he was first into the battle and took the brunt of the punishment. Right, let's go. We're going to close the distance now, which means using my resolve for vigilance, so I've got a bit of cover. Bit of protection, rather. And that means I can't go for any more precision strikes, but since we're down to the last mech, it shouldn't matter too much. They're not going to hurt me a lot. No, I didn't, Sir Fozzie. Sir Fozzie said, did you see Harebrain's parent company Paradox officially announced a new game last night? Another pen and paper RPG based game. What game's that? What's it called, Sir Fozzie? Sounds interesting. Vampire the Bloodlines 2. What is that based off of Vampire the Masquerade? Is that what we're talking about here, or is it something else?
Yes, Commander.
So, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, 16 years after... Oh my god, it really is. I remember the old one. Man, when was that? Was that during or after I was at university? I think it was after university, but it was many, many years ago. Wow, that's pretty cool. I certainly know a few people that will be very excited to hear that news. Might even have to give it a try myself. Well, that's cool. So, how long do we have to wait for that? Did they say how many years away it is? Or is it this year, even?
Good to go.
Sorry to Fozzie for rinsing your brains for information here. This is what you get for bringing it up, though. First quarter of 2020. Oh, wow. So not too far off, then.
Ready.
I guess under a year, or possibly just around a year. A little bit risky, this, but I'm just too tempted to knock this guy down. Let's just hope he doesn't notice Krang.
Yeah.
Or that he can't see him. We did destroy an SRM-6 and knock him down. So Fozzie says that... Oh, my voice today, hold on.
Let's get this done, team.
Hello. So Fozzie says they made a point of saying during the live stream that no matter what's being released at the time, it will have a better release window than the first one. Same day as Half-Life and roughly the same time as MGS. What was MGS? I don't remember that. But yeah, you don't releasing a game on the same day as Half-Life, not a good idea. I don't even remember that was the case. Obviously, I believe you, but that's pretty unfortunate. Oh, Metal Gear Solid. Oh, right, yeah. that is a bad day to release a game, isn't it?
Roger that.
Right. Well, that's good.
Target's taking a critical hit.
I mean, they say that now, but for all we know, the date they pick could end up being the release of the next Grand Theft Auto game or something like that. Then they're really in trouble. You see, they've tempted fate now by joking about it.
Awaiting orders.
Yeah, I'm going to move Emperor Krang into cover, I think. Since he was out and taking a risk. I suppose Alto's also in a risky situation too, but... there we go. Krang gets the kill. All good. Oh. Damn it. So the bot won't work for linking the mod that we want, but it works perfectly well for destroying Fozzie's link. Awesome. Good work, bot. Really love it. Okay, I'm gonna repost that for you, Sir Fozzie. There we go. How's that?
Mission successful.
Grom, is that directed at me, saying you're too quiet? That would be unusual. And no sound settings are changed. Is anyone else finding me too quiet? Or does Grom just need to clean his ears out? Grom says, quit doing my job. I forget you're not always here, Grom. I get used to this because I only have one mod. Well, I have two mods. I have my partner Shell, who is mostly at work when I'm streaming, and then I have Grom. And sometimes you're not here. I get used to just doing stuff myself. I will try to remember when you're here to not do your job. How's that, Grom? Oh, so Fozzie says, no, that was aimed at Sarge. Oh, good. Okay, that's all right. I was worried that, I don't know, maybe a cat had rubbed up against a volume knob on my microphone or something like that. You never know with cats what they might be playing with when you're asleep. Destroying in the night. What do I want to take from this? Not a lot, really. I might take that rangefinder. I don't know why. I'm probably not going to use it, but might come in handy at some stage if I have a specific plan in mind. And Peter Battlemaster, I guess. I've got Highlanders up the wazoo, so I don't really need any more of those. Sarge says, I have a big tabletop game Sunday. I'm running a reinforced lance, Hussar, Scorpion, Black Hawk, Atlas with Hatchet, and a Viking, all modified. Scorpion, that's one of the quad mechs, isn't it? That's cool. Hey, Catch, how you doing? Shell's lurking. Hey, Shell. You're supposed to be working. Stop lurking. More working, less lurking. Yeah, the bot's refusing to link the 3025 mod. It's not, as Grom is trying to demonstrate there, the command. Oh, you changed it to mod. You changed it to mod and then didn't tell any of us. Thanks, honey. Good job. Yeah, there you go. Now it works. Okay, let's see what contract we're going to do next. You're telling me you did tell? I don't remember. I have no recollection of this. Did you tell Grom? Right. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Oh, she says, okay, I didn't. See, I knew it. I knew it. I had no memory of you saying anything of the sort. She says, I'm the worst. Oh, you're not the worst. You're not the worst. Shell's the best. Right. We've got a mission here. Enough distractions. Let's clear everybody out. Actually, do you know what? I want to check because Buzzkill might be maxed out now. After that mission, let's see.
Ready to get it on.
Oh no, Buzzkill's quite a way off yet. Never mind. Well, we'll check in on the other guys while I'm here. Alto, no. How's Black Cat doing? No, he needs more. He needs more. Kind of want to take him on this next mission if I can get away with it, but 5 skulls is a little bit risky. All right, we can get a bit more tactics for Krang. Who else was on that mission? Halcyon, he's not quite ready. And Sarge is maxed. Alright, that'll do. Let's go. I'm sure she probably meant to mention it to me, but she only has a limited time in the evening, like, usually, between my streams. Although, actually, yesterday was a no-stream evening, wasn't it? Because that was Thursday. So, yeah, less excuse, I suppose. What do we want to do on a polar battle? What shall we do here? Let's change everything. I'll bring the Charger along, I think. Let's get Sarge out, since this is a cold environment. And it's nice to take him now he's maxed out. Give him an outing, and we'll take his marine buddy Buzzkill. Halcyon and Krang, I think I want to leave in because I'm kind of happy to be leveling these guys at the moment. Although I want to give Black Cat a run actually. That's tough. That is tough. If I put Black Cat in, I'd want to pull Buzzkill out. We'll go with Buzzkill for this one because I reckon I'm planning on doing some lower level missions today. because we have the new models for the Wasp and the Stinger to see. So we've got to get a look at those, right? Now what do I want? What do I want here? Hot environment. I can run hot things. Maybe we'll take the Harrylander out for a spin. I should take one LRM mech because it's just generally a good idea. They're so useful. And now what? I'm going to end up taking the Atlas again, aren't I? But the Atlas is so good. Which one of these has the lowest heat efficiency? They're all really heat efficient. All right, we'll take the Atlas. And oh, I was going to rename that. I'll do it after this mission. You'll have to remind me, Sarge. And I think we're good to go. Well, if we're not, it's too late. I've hit deploy. Devil Dog Mark II is the Thug catch. That's right. So we've got the Charger SB is the Devil Dog Mark I, and the Thug is the Devil Dog Mark II. So that got an outing in the last mission that I played yesterday. I've actually slotted that into my heavy lance. So now I put the Black Knight into storage because I was running out of space for all these mechs I want to play with. I put the Black Knight into storage and I put the Thug in its place in the heavy lance, even though it's an assault. I know it's only an 80-ton assault. It's not that big a deal. It's just 5 tons difference. But it had the same weapon loadout that I had in the Black Knight. Obviously, that was 4 large lasers in the Black Knight. I've got the same in the Thug. So it seemed like a fair swap to me, and allowed me to bring that Charger SB out of storage again because I actually really liked that. I thought that was a great mech. It's definitely my favourite 80-ton mech in the game at the moment.
Command interface initiated.
And the simple reason why is because I like mechs that can field that can fit a lot of weapons for their tonnage value, and the 80-ton Charger SB is not a fast 80-tonner, therefore it has more room for weapons, which I like. I mean, it's still fast enough, but being able to stick a triple PPC build in something that's only 80 tons is pretty cool. It is in my mind, anyway. The Charger is just big bones, says Sarge. Here it is in all its glory. Oh, let's get a good view on it. There he is, the Charger SB. It's a pretty decent looking mech. I like to imagine that little pistol he's holding is a PPC. That's the world's smallest PPC. Right.
Ready to get it on.
Let's move him into the trees there. Harrylander can go there. I wonder when we'll first encounter one of the new vehicles. Oh, that's the Wrecking Ball. I don't need the Wrecking Ball at the front. We want the Atlas up there, though. Right. Empower says he finally found a Thug. Yes, I did finally find a Thug. My God, that's a tongue twister. Finally found a Thug. Yeah. After, what was it, a whole month of searching for the remaining one part of Thug that we required to complete one, we found it. And to make things even more awesome in the story, at least in my head, I made sure that Sarge was the pilot that got to take the Thug out. And we did nothing but go for headshot attempts with Sarge until we downed that Thug, and we got it.
Yes, Commander.
So I was very, very happy about that. I'm going to reserve Buzzkill, I think. Let's see what the enemy does. Yeah, it took a long old time of searching because, you know, the only faction that fields them is the Free Worlds League, and finding high-level missions against them frequently enough was quite tricky. There's only really 1 or 2 proper high-level locations where you've got a good chance of seeing them. So yeah, we had to do a lot of searching. But we've been searching even longer for the Night Star. But then again, I did kind of suspend that in favour of looking for the thug instead. But now we've finished that, we're over at the other end of the map, looking for Night Star pieces and contracts against the Federated Suns. Emperor Krang says, size doesn't matter, Doyle. It's all about how you use it, the PPC. Is that what she tells you? Is that...
Receiving you.
Right, where do I want to go? I want the Atlas in range, but he's not going to be able to reach, is he, from here? So I guess we'll do a sprint just to get him as close as I can while still remaining in cover.
Picked up a blip.
Empower says, finding the thug must have been in the last day or two. Yes, I think it was it the end of last week? Before I had my 2 days off at the weekend. So I don't stream on Sundays and Mondays. I think we found it on Saturday, possibly. So we've not had it very long at all. It's a very recent addition.
No problem.
Well, we got 85, 60, and the only thing we can see is an awesome, so we'll keep pounding that. He's going to resist a lot of this damage, though, unfortunately.
I've been sensor locked.
And Sarge is confirming, yes, it was on Saturday. And I'm going to trust Sarge on that because we've been searching for one for a very long time. I'm pretty sure he's going to remember the day we finally got one.
Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Systems holding.
So the Ostrock has breaching shot, but thankfully it's not as scary as if you had an AC-20. Just a large laser being used for that. And we see a Banshee. Okay. Not scary. And it is the Banshee 3E.
Armor's holding, Commander. No.
It's go time.
Orders.
Buzzkill. Can we reach? No, we can't reach. Damn it. I want to reach the cover. I also want to shoot. And I can only do one or the other. So I guess we'll go for moving here. And we'll take a turn of getting pounded. But we'll pop some vigilance for a bit of protection. It's just that I'd really quite like to smash this awesome up. I'm going to go for a precision strike. Am I? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. I'm in the side arc. What am I thinking? I could perhaps precision strike this Ostrock instead. I might even kill this outright. So we'll try that. Ooh. How is he not dead? Oh, he is dead. Okay.
Enemy down.
I retract my question. Yeah, I'd say that was worth it. So, Stalker over there and Awesome over here. So, the Awesome's ready for toppling over. So, I think we should do that. Because it will make finishing him off that much easier. Although the AI might just use him next and get straight back up again. We'll see what it does. And it does. Well, I'm not going to complain because that's the smart thing for the AI to do. I'd rather it did do that than just lay there like a fool and got shot.
Got something you want done?
Okay. Yes, Sarge, I've got something I want done. I want you to nail this awesome with PPCs, please. Oh, man, still side on. It's the other side now. Do you know what? We'll smash the Stalker instead. He's not even in cover. He's got an all cocky look. He's just standing on the ridge,
Firing a full salvo.
thinking he's safe. Oh, Sarge whiffs 1 PPC. Don't see that too often.
Commander?
Right. Emperor Krang. Emperor Krang. What state is this awesome in now? Ah, he's still kind of alright. I guess I'll shoot this Stalker with Emperor Krang as well, just because the Stalker's got no damage mitigation at the moment, so it just makes sense since we're getting maximum hurt coming out of our weapons. And let's face it, Stalker is probably more, well, certainly more scary in terms of firepower in this environment than the Awesome. I mean, look, 2 LRM-15s, a large laser and a small laser, or that huge list of weapons that the Stalker has. Was it 2 large, some mediums, some LRM-10s, some SRM-6s, just a lot. Hey, Infernal says, isn't that just what you need, Doyle? More Stalkers. Well, I think we're seeing a lot less Stalkers lately. I've been seeing a lot of Battlemasters. It's just how the RNG's coming around.
Okay, that hurt.
Empower says, so what's the new mech you want to find that replaces the Thug, other than the one you've been looking for a long while, the Night Star? Oh, nothing's replacing the Thug. I'm going to leave that in my heavy lance now, and it can be a pretend heavy, even though it's an 80-ton assault. It's really tough to know which of my mechs I'm going to put into storage when I find a new one. But obviously, yeah, you said the Night Star we're looking for, but I wouldn't mind getting my hands on an Annihilator as well, just so that we've got one to play with, you know. They're very, very, very slow moving, so they're virtually a turret, but you can fit a hell of a lot of guns into an Annihilator. More than you can get into an Atlas or a King Crab, but the expense is, you know, at cost of speed being reduced. But I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those.
Target neutralized.
Infernal says the Thug is going to get replaced by Banshee 3E. He's trying to antagonize Sarge, clearly. Sarge hasn't taken the bait so far.
Receiving you.
What am I going to do now? I guess we continue our previous work on this Awesome. Because let's face it, the Banshee can wait. So Fozzie says the best mech is just an armoured suit around 3 SRM carriers. Or just stack the SRM carriers on top of each other. And then wrap them in a trench coat. A really, really big trench coat.
Took a hard hit there.
Waiting for orders. Take that.
Yes, you're falling down, Awesome. Now you're going to be vulnerable.
Good to go.
Seems like a job for Sarge to me.
Copy that. Firing all weapons. Target's taking a critical hit.
I'm picking up a new sensor trace. Looks like enemy reinforcements.
Oh goody, reinforcements. Kind of hoping for some vehicles, because, you know, we've just added in a whole load of new vehicles.
Yes, Commander.
Thanks to me finally getting that update finished today.
Moving out.
It took me 3 attempts at downloading the new community asset bundle as well. Attempt number 1 was before I went live yesterday, and it was a 45-minute download, so I didn't have enough time to finish, and then I ran out of space on the drive I was downloading it to, which was annoying because I didn't realise how big it was. So then after the stream yesterday, I cleared up some space on that drive, thinking, surely this will be enough space. Went for the download again. Another 45 minutes later, almost. Well, about 40 minutes, I think it was, before it ran out of space again. So I had to start a third time after deleting even more stuff off that drive. Finally, on attempt number 3, I managed to complete the community asset bundle download. And then I simply downloaded the Battletech Extended 3025 update after that. And we were finally good to go. But yeah, that was quite the ordeal in the end. But it's worth doing. It's worth doing. Get the new stuff. New stuff is always cool.
Roger.
Systems holding.
How's Buzzkill doing? I thought this bar was looking a little bit low. Okay, we've got another Atlas leg that might fall off this mission.
Right here. What's up, Commander? Firing a full south.
Guess I'm going to have to remove this guy before he walks up to Buzzkill and punches or kicks that leg off the Atlas. Sarge says, the Banshee 5S is a good mech if you rework it. 1 PPC / large laser / Gauss rifle and jump jets. Pilot skill needs multi-target and breaching shot. This would be the best, tankiest sniper in the game. Sounds pretty decent. Yeah, we've still not met a Banshee 1S, have we? It's the one elusive Banshee we're keeping half an eye out for because it's usable as opposed to the other Banshees, which are just goddamn awful.
Here it comes.
But I'm sure we'll encounter one eventually. I don't know. I haven't actually looked up which faction is the best one to find it from. But with it being a Banshee S, I'm guessing maybe it's a Steiner variant, and if we take missions against them, we're more likely to see it.
Copy that.
But it's kind of hard to find contracts against House Steiner specifically on this map as it currently is. So I wonder if that's why we've never seen one so far. It's just probably rare and also difficult to find in addition to being rare. In terms of, you know, finding appropriate contracts.
Yes, Commander.
I'm sure somebody will look at the files at some point and see exactly what its rarity value is. I mean, my guess is that it's going to be extremely rare, or maybe very rare for Steiner, and no one else can get the variant, maybe. Otherwise, you'd have thought we'd have seen one by now, maybe. We've played a lot of hours of this campaign, but who knows? It would be nice to get my hands on one, though.
Standing by. Firing all weapons.
Ah, Harry shows up and says Banshee 5S is in the future. Oh, so we can't get one at all yet. Oh, well, there's there's a reason why we haven't seen one then. What year is that supposed to appear, Harry? Because I don't know. We've played a few years of this campaign so far.
For orders. Firing full complement on the enemy.
That is quite the welcome there, Grom.
Let's get this done.
Ah, nice one, Sarge. Incapacitating that Victor. We don't want that AC-20 getting any more shots in on Buzzkill. This breaching shot LRM stuff is getting annoying. I need to pull Buzzkill back. He's not safe in his current condition. As you can see, there's very little armor left in a lot of locations on him. So I think it's time to do a sprint.
Roger.
Tactical withdrawal. So is there a Banshee 1S or 3S, or is there another Banshee that we've not seen yet? I'm wondering.
Receiving you.
I'm going to move Buzzkill around to here. So at some point, obviously, he's going to be using the sensor lock for these long-range guys. He can at least make himself useful with that, even though he's not got enough armor to get in and brawl anymore. I need to wait for the enemy to be in view. I think I can speed up that process by moving Buzzkill out here. There we go. And then everyone else is just going to brace up for a while. Getting a new firing line. And we'll lose all that heat that we built up. Okay, awesome 8T. Well, Buzzkill's providing... Is that a direct line of sight to it? I don't know. Somebody's seeing it somehow. I think I'm going to play safe and just shuffle Buzzkill back a bit. I don't really want him getting shot anymore. But, yes, one of these guys has got a direct line of sight. Oh, it's Sarge, isn't it? It was Sarge has a direct line of sight to it, because I just moved Sarge there. It's alright, I figured it out. We'll go for a sensor lock on this guy, though, in case he moves. Ah, 3S. Is that the one we're after, Harry? Okay. So yeah, Harry, talking about the 5S, says that's far future. It uses an XL engine, Gauss, and double heat sinks. Okay. But the 3S appears in 3026. So long ago for me. Yeah, we're definitely past 3026. And he says, rare Steiner, extremely rare Marek, and Karita. Oh, wow. So that's actually quite surprising that we've not seen it then. Because I thought maybe it was just extremely rare for Steiner. But, yeah, I mean, there's 3 factions where that could show up. I mean, granted, it's not common at all, but... Well, that gives me a bit of hope. There's more chance than I expected for us to find one of those.
Position confirmed.
Maybe we'll have one day. Right, yeah, we'll just go for LRM spam here.
Yes, Commander. Move into position. Affirmative.
Down he goes. So what's this? Mission number 2 are we on now? Yeah, we're on second mission of the day. Still not seen any of those new vehicles yet, but I'm sure before the end of the session we will. And judging from what Samurai was saying yesterday when he was looking at the list, there's going to be some nasty ones in there.
Yes, Commander. Ready to get it on. Yeah? All weapons are Target eliminated.
You're a disgrace, Harry. You're an absolute disgrace. Okay. There's a lot of awesomes. There you go, Infernal. See, it's not all stalkers. Not all stalkers all the time. Sometimes it's nothing but awesomes. What am I going to do about this guy?
Orders.
Well, since Buzzkill's not going to be able to shoot and needs to play safe, I can at least contribute with him with a sensor lock, removing that 1 pip of evasion. Yeah, huge difference there. The 60% damage reduction that guy's got right now is going to be an issue. That's right, Catch.
Commander.
Don't know what. Since he's got such a load of damage mitigation right now, let's just try for a headshot. You never know, we might get lucky. We're not going to kill him with it, but we might seriously hurt him. Nope, fails all round. I think I'm going to try again. 5% this time. Yeah, unsurprisingly, no again.
Standing by.
I'm going to reserve Buzzkill, I think. So, that awesome sees Sarge's triple PPCs and says, I've got that as well. How'd you like this? Gives his leg a bit of a slap. But, foolishly has moved out of cover. Come on, AI, why do this? You've got perfectly good trees here. Why have you moved out into the open?
Commander.
Well, he's not the smartest awesome that ever lived. How do I want to do this?
What's up, boss? Let's see how you like this.
I'm pretty sure Sarge will be able to finish this guy off. And that leaves me to use the LRM mech to fire at the other awesome. Just in case you were wondering why I didn't start with the LRMs on that guy. That's my reasoning. Because I figured I can probably kill this guy without, and then we'll smash that guy up with LRMs.
Orders.
So, pretty sure Sarge has got this. Nailed it. Nice.
Tango down. Yeah? What can I do you for?
Yeah, I'm going to go Precision Strike. He's only got a 20% damage reduction right now. We'll get a fair amount of armor worn off that CT, in theory. As usual, though, those LRMs are spreading around quite a bit, but we've done a fair amount to that torso. But also, you know, we have ended up hitting the center more than most places, so we'll take that. Right, Buzzkill. Yeah, I'm still wanting Buzzkill to play safe. So we'll leave him there.
Waiting for my opening.
So this is the last enemy. Maybe I'll be able to step Buzzkill into the fight right at the last moment for the finish. But I don't know. I might have left him a little bit too far back. Better to be safe, though, than dead. Right, this time we're definitely starting with the LRMs. Get that stability damage in.
Receiving you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get Buzzkill involved. Never mind.
Ready for order.
I think we've got this all the same.
Let's do this.
Ready for orders. Heading out.
And knock him down with the charger. Down he goes.
Inflicted some heavy damage. Commander.
Right. I think let's try for a run over here with Buzzkill. That puts him a bit closer to popping up and having a crack at him next turn, which is now. Aha, there we go. We got this. I'll just double check Buzzkill's going to be able to achieve this, because if he doesn't, he's in a lot of trouble.
On my way.
But we're going to gamble it. I think, well, I can do a vigilance anyway, so he's got some protection. But I think Buzzkill should be able to do this. There we go. Job's a good one. Yeah, the Charger 1A1 is absolutely appalling. That's right. Sarge's saying, anyone want to badmouth the Charger now? And Harry says, can I badmouth the Charger 1A1? You can. Yeah, that's still terrible.
Mission successful.
Hey Samurai, how you doing? Samurai says, the better question is, can anything good be said about the 1A1? It's fast. There you go. I think that's it. That's the end of the sentence. Ooh, Buzzkill racking up the finishing blows there. But he certainly paid for it in armor. Okay, let's look for any good weaponry. Let's take that large laser. 30% stability gyro. Decent SRM6. And mech parts that I'm not really fussed about. Still not sure I ever did finish an awesome 8T. But we'll get one in the end. I'm not in any rush. Yeah, that'll do. Bunch of heat sinks as usual. Empower says, how much does that Merc review board rating affect things? So if I remember rightly, that goes up depending on, you know, what you've got in your mercenary company in terms of tonnage of mechs. And it affects the difficulty rating of missions. So the higher your MRB rating is, the more difficult your missions will be in terms of what gets thrown at you. It'll throw bigger stuff at you, I believe. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in chat, but I think that's how it works. So there we go. We're at maximum rating, unsurprisingly. So we should be getting everything we do should be at you know, the hardest it can be for its equivalent skull rating. Right, it's time to travel. That's good. And I said I wanted to do some low-level stuff. So we've got a chance of seeing some of these, well, one, new vehicles, two, the new Wasp and Stinger models. So let's just have a quick look around. I think we were just at New Vandenberg last session, so I'm not going to go back there. Maybe Brisbane. We weren't there, were we? And that's very low level, but maybe I'll just do one mission there. And then we'll perhaps move over to Laconis if it's a little bit too low. But I would like to have an excuse to see the new models of the Wasp and the Stinger, because I haven't actually looked. I've not looked anything up, so it's all going to be brand new surprise to me. I have no idea what these new models look like. Fingers crossed that I like them and don't go off on a rant about how ugly they are. We'll see, though. We'll see. "21 days? That's a massive travel for such a short hop." Alright, quick check. Anything need fixing up, replacing, changing, upgrading? Since we've got a big travel on our hands. I will check large laser armed mechs. So one of the King Crabs has got large lasers. Are they both the best that they can be? They are. Who else has large lasers? Just the Thug, I believe. Yes, we can refit the Thug. Harry says, I'm not entirely sure how the MRB rating works. It's not MRBC yet. That's in the future. How the MRB rating works now, especially in Korea. Yeah, I'm just going off what I understood it to be. Harry says, Dawn may be right, but I seem to recall Korea being different than that. I don't know. Again, you might be right, but I imagine it's probably the same or similar, because it was just part of the difficulty rating system, wasn't it? You know, designed to throw harder stuff at you as your mercenary company gets higher tonnage mechs.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
But yeah, if anyone has a definitive answer on it, we would welcome hearing it, and I will read it out. I know often there'll be one of you will be Googling away somewhere trying to find it out. Right. So that's been fixed up. What else did I get? Oh, I got stability gyros. That was it. I'll just have a quick check on all my stability gyros. Make sure I've got the best that I can possibly have on everybody. Okay, they're all good. Now my heavies next. Okay. Right, so I'll give the Bombardier an improved stability gyro, because that's a brawler and it's going to be at the front. So I think it would be wise to give this guy the first upgrade to a minus 30%, since the other heavy mechs are going to sit a bit further back. Oh, I can also upgrade the comm system. Why not? Let's do that too. Okay. I'll just quickly look to see if there are any improved SRM6s. Yeah, no. So that's only going to take one day. I'd quite like to find some planet to take these heavies out as well, because have I given that Bombardier a spin yet? I think I probably have, but I want to play with it more. I like the idea that it's got 5 SRM6s. I think that's going to be fun.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Don't think that's coming through. No, it's too quiet for my microphone to pick up. I've just opened a can, and even after opening it, it's still making this really weird, high-pitched squealing noise. It's really odd. Yeah, that's lost on you because you can't hear it, but you're gonna have to take my word for it. It's really unusual high-pitched noise. Not just the sound of bubbles bursting or anything like that. It's weird. That is weird. Sarge says, is the Argo fully upgraded? I believe so. I think the very last thing that we did was the 0G pull, but I will go and prove that to you in a moment. But first, I just want to check the shop. Alright, there's nothing I want there. So there we go, ship upgrades all done, as you can see, everything maxed out. We are paying over $1 million a month for our maintenance costs, although that's largely down to all the pilots. What was I going to say? There was no, it's not tinnitus, Harry. It's not that. It's definitely the can. All right, let's go see what contracts are available. All right. Jungle battle could be fun. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do a jungle battle. That's a 2 skull. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, I'm going to go back because I actually want to up my salvage here. Yeah, I want 2 pieces. 1 piece of salvage, yeah. 2 pieces I can handle. Sarge says the pool cleaners have been worked very hard. Hee. Oh dear. I'm not even going to ask why. So, obviously, for this, I'm going to bring out the medium mechs because we don't need anything bigger than that, and the mediums are the smallest that I have. And I want to bring Black Cat along because he definitely deserves a mission. So, we've got Halcyon in the LRM, Centurion, Emperor Krang in the Laser Disco Hunchback. Oh, I keep forgetting to rename that Atlas. Damn it, Sarge, you didn't remind me. Remind me in a minute after this mission. And then, yeah, Buzzkill in the Dervish and Black Cat in the Hunchback 4G. Probably not the best thing to give him, really, because you really do want that AC-20 to hit, but it's a 2-skull mission. I'm sure we can afford a few misses with it and still be fine. Right, away we go. Sarge says, rename Atlas. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Sarge. Helpful. He says, look at chat, I did remind you. You see, I don't know whether that was before or after I entered this mission. I think it was after. I'm just skimming further back just in case there was another reminder that I missed, but I don't think there was. That's the only one. I might even look at the recording, Sarge. And so watch the VOD on Twitch and see if you type that before I said anything. Obviously, I won't be able to do that until after the show. But we'll get to the bottom of this, Sarge. I'm not sure whether I believe you or not. No, nobody's backed you up yet. Either they're being mean or or it was after the fact. Who knows though. But yes, I will try to remember to do that renaming after this mission. It's easy to get distracted though, unfortunately, from little things like that. Inferno says, if only Doyle would bother to remind Sarge to remind him. Thanks, Infernal. Helpful as ever.
Command interface initiated.
Jungle? What the hell are we fighting in a jungle for?
Right. Let's get stuck into this mission.
Acknowledged. Move order received.
And now the Wasp and Stingers are pretty common mechs for lights. So, well, they're very, very common generally. So we've got a good chance of seeing them. Although now I've said that, all we're seeing is mediums. Oh, there's a light there, but it's 30 tons. Oh, come on. Don't make me do a 1.5 skull just to see it. Be nice, game. Be nice. Alright, so unsurprising javelin there. What's this? Phoenix Hawk 1D. What's back here? Ooh, a heavy mech even. Well. Okay. The Javelin 10F is the laser variant, as I've just checked out. We'll go for Vigilance for Buzzkill, and we'll shoot up this Phoenix Hawk since, 1, he's stationary, has no evasion, and 2, he's out in the open right now with absolutely no damage mitigation, so it makes sense. I did also notice it wasn't a fully armoured mech. Yeah, he's changed his mind about sitting out of cover, hasn't he, now?
Waiting for orders. Moving to position.
I guess we'll keep working on this. Oh, they have a hunchback 4P of their own. Definitely glad I went for the vigilance on Buzzkill there. I know it's denied me the bonus to hit for having 50% resolve.
Ready to get it
I'm
on.
not going to hit that next turn even. Which would have benefited Black Cat somewhat, but honestly, I'll put survival first,
On my way.
given the choice. So Black Cat's going to have a hard time hitting anything, as predicted. I'm going to switch off the AC-20. I don't think it's worth wasting ammo here, but I'll at least fire the medium lasers because I'm generating no heat, as you can see there, from doing this. And the purpose of this, I'm not expecting a hit. The main reason is just to remove a bit of evasion. I could have gone for a sense lock, I suppose, but I like the chance that maybe you do some damage as well. Sense lock would have removed 2 pips of evasion, as opposed to just the 1 I get from shooting. But if you don't at least attempt to shoot, you're not going to do any damage, are you? As it happened, he whiffed both shots, but never mind. Right, I think with Emperor Crank, I'm just going to position him ready to pop up and fire next turn, rather than sit him out in the open and shoot. Now this guy is going to be potentially scary, but he only fired 2 large lasers, was it? It's 4D. Oh, yeah, no, he is scary. This one has a mighty array of lasers, 4 mediums and 2 large. It's not the safest thing to be up against with all these mediums, capable of quite a respectable damage output. Now 46% resolve, so as predicted, I haven't hit the 50% to get Black Cat a bonus to hit.
Orders.
But never mind, it's to be expected.
Roger.
I think... I think I might shoot this javelin, you know. Let's do that. With the cloud of missiles I can put out here, something might fall off, but I don't think I've destroyed any weapons. Yeah, no. Almost got that torso off, though, so almost reduced his firepower. I think Emperor Krang can finish what Buzzkill started there. Or not. I was hoping that side torso would come off, but apparently he's managed to not hit it at all. That javelin is a complete mess, though. That being said, he's decided it's time to jump out of there.
Move order received.
And I think I'm going to fire at him with Halcyon because he's so nearly wrecked. Ugh, not good chances to hit, but we've got a whole bunch of missiles. Maybe something will fall off him. Left arm destroyed. I don't think that gets any weapons. I think they're in the side torsos. Yeah, so we need more than that. No, Grom. No.
Good to go.
Right. I think I'm actually gonna reposition Black Cat. rather than have him take a load of damage from these two guys. Force them to move. Yeah, and they're coming out into the open as a result. I think that was well worth the reposition. Because now we can take advantage of this hunchback being sat here all exposed, because that's a very, very important target to be taken out. Especially in environments where there's extra cooling, and in the jungle, of course, things are cooled by, is it 10% more effectiveness to your heat sinks? Something along those lines.
What's up, boss?
Where is it? Yeah, increase a unit's heat sinking ability by 10%. So, you know, that makes what is already a threatening mech even more threatening. Let's go smash him
Location confirmed.
with Buzzkill. What am I thinking? There we go. Let's go for a normal attack here. I want to try for a precision strike with the 4P. Krang doesn't have cool shot mastery, so his chances aren't going to be as high as Buzzkill's would have been. But Buzzkill is packing a load of SRMs, so, you know, there's the trade-off.
Move into position.
At least the lasers are more appropriate to this job. Let's have a crack at it. Yep, that's... what's that? 3 lasers in the center. Everything else spraying all over the place. I think we have opened up the CT, though, all the same.
Minimum damage. This guy's nothing. Good to go.
Yeah, let's go and make Halcyon king of the hill.
One out.
Got a lot of options here. I could finish off that javelin, or I could try... Oh, we didn't quite open it up. Seven armor remaining on the center. I could try smashing up the hunchback, or just finishing the javelin. I think I'll finish the javelin for now. We'll give Black Cat a crack on the hunchback with the AC-20. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we nail that guy in one.
Damage minimal. Waiting for orders.
Okay, yeah, that's a decent chance to hit for Black Cat. It's about as good as it's getting, I think. So we'll switch on the AC-20. Should I go for a precision strike? 33% it'll be. Well, I've got 3 weapons, so one of them might hit.
Roger that.
And if it's the AC-20, that would be fantastic. But I think the AC-20 hit the left torso by the looks of things.
Reporting critical hit.
I believe we've destroyed a bunch of heat sinks, so that's helpful. But we haven't destroyed any lasers. Sarge, subscribed at tier 2. Thank you very much, Sarge. Good on you. Cheers.
Hey, watch the paint, pal.
I would give you a salute, but I'm worried I'll do it wrong and offend you. But thank you very much for that.
Not much armor left in that location.
Hot damn, let's do this.
Okay, who's complaining about their armor? Is that Buzz? Sorry, Blast. I'll get my words out now. Is that Black Cat? Is what I was trying to say, and it is. That leg is looking pretty nastily damaged. Ooh, that's got a lot of me ammo in. So what did I get out of that? Yeah, as you can see, that left torso contained a lot of heat sinks in the stock variant. So I'm glad I did shoot that off, because it's going to make life difficult for this Hunchback 4P now. He's going to really struggle to drop heat. Also, I'm going to struggle to get line of sight to him to finish him off. Ooh, I'm going to have to settle for this, I think. And we'll go for some vigilance. On Buzzkill, you got this. Big cloud of missiles. Yes, there we go. Okay, he's done. So, not too worried about the Phoenix Hawk. I know we've already done some damage to it, but it's not a scary weapons loadout, really. Saying that, watch him blow the leg off Black Cat. I know, he's going for Emperor Krang, it's fine. Yeah, so obviously my priority is to remove that 60-ton heavy now. Because his firepower is pretty brutal. He's running hot at this stage, but he's a scary beast to deal with. I'm going to back up a little with Black Cat, and can I shield the leg? Yes, I can. I'm going to shield that right leg as best as possible by angling like so. And we're going to fire everything at this guy. I'm just hoping to get lucky with the AC-20. We've opened something up. And maybe Emperor Krang can laser off whatever we've opened. Oh, it's only an arm. That is just my luck. That is just my luck. So the reason I'm despairing at that is, as I've said many times before, these Oss souls, all their firepower is in their torsos. So if you plonk an AC-20 round into its arm, it's really not helping me at all. It's exactly where that mech would like to get shot, to be honest, because that's a useless shield. Well, let's go for the Centurion then. Right, so he's looking unsteady now. A combination of getting hit with an AC-20 and those missiles, but unfortunately I don't have anything else that can topple it over at this point, because we had to use the Dervish to take out that Hunchback 4P. Otherwise this guy would be on the floor, but never mind. We will use the laser spam anyhow, and we'll go for a precision strike on the center torso. See if Emperor Krang can do better than his last attempt. I think that was 4 this time hit the CT. It's hard to keep track when they're all green beams all coming out in quick succession, but I think we've worn him down nicely. He's going to be finishable this turn, I think. Yeah, so he's got 30 armor and 100 internals. Things are looking possible. So, right, now it's time for Buzzkill to return to the front line. He had to reposition to shoot that Hunchback down because he was hidden behind a rock, but now he can get back on the front. I'm going to go precision strike here. Let's try my luck. Get as much of that damage in the CT as possible just before we knock him down. And obviously the reason for me doing that is knowing that he's going to be knocked down. I don't need to use precision strikes for any more CT shots at this point, because I can use cold shot instead because he's on his back. It's something I do quite a lot. I mean, I'm sure other people do it as well. I personally think it's a sensible thing. You know, if you're just about to knock someone down, even if you're doing it with missiles, you may as well go for a precision strike and just do as much to that CT as possible. So the next guy to shoot it has got an easy job finishing it off.
Yes, Commander.
And hopefully Emperor Krang will do the job here. So 40 damage required. We've got 7 medium lasers, so I need a couple of them to hit. And we're going to get plenty. Look at that. There he goes. Right. Problem dealt with. Now it's just the Phoenix Hawk, and I'm pretty sure there's not going to be reinforcements based on the difficulty rating of this mission and what we've come up against.
Waiting for orders.
It's almost certainly all we're facing is here right now. Okay, I still need to try to protect that right leg a bit, don't I? Yeah, I need to have a turn where I don't fire that AC-20, because obviously it drops in accuracy every turn that I fire it consecutively. But I was willing to try for a 55. Things like that, once you've got high-level pilots, you forget that you have to worry about that, you know, because it's no longer a concern once you're high-level. You just fire your ballistic turn after turn after turn, and it barely impacts your chance to hit at all. But Black Cat is our lowest level, newest edition pilot, so things like that are a concern for him at the moment.
Show him what you got.
Right. Screw it.
Acknowledged.
Let's go out into the open. Let's go for vigilance. What's the point of having a nice fast 55-ton missile boat if you can't be aggressive with your maneuvering?
Solid connection on that one.
Oh, he's going for melee. Oh, that is impolite.
Losing lots of armor.
Oh, he's got no weapons. That's why he went for melee. Yeah, these things are a lot easier to strip than the Ossol. Okay, how shall we try to finish him? I'd really like to try to finish him with Black Cat if I can, just, you know, because. But I've got a feeling Black Cat's chances to hit are going to be too low. Yeah, because it goes down to 40% this time. Do you know what? We could just try for a punch, though. Let's try and punch him in the back. Let's go for it, Black Cat. Because a Hunchback has got a respectable melee attack. Right torso destroyed, but he's not dead. Shall we just generally punch this guy to death with everybody? Why not? Why not? Let's play with our food. So, yeah, see, 80 melee damage on a Hunchback. It's really good for a 50-ton medium. That's a huge melee attack. Oh, there we go, Emperor Krang. No messing about, straight for the CT with that punch. And down goes the Phoenix Hawk.
Mission successful.
Yeah, the Hunchback, I think, is probably my favourite medium in the game at the moment. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I mean, there are so many varieties of Hunchback with this mod as well. There's pretty much one for everything you might possibly want to do with a Hunchback. And yeah, that respectable melee attack, decent level of armor, good amount of weaponry that can be fit into them. It's just a decent mech. So we're all good there. No repairs required. What am I going to salvage? We'll take a piece of Javelin, 10F, and maybe one day I might want more than one Hunchback 4P. Okay, I'll take a piece of that. That'll do. Wise old Squatch. Hello, nice to meet you. And he says, back to work, rename that Atlas. Yes, thank you for the reminder. See, somebody's paying attention. Sarge says, rename the Atlas to the Gromulas. Sorry, the Gromul... Oh, God. I can't even say that, Sarge. Or the Franny Mark 1. For those that might be confused by that was the name of Gromulus's imaginary nurse. I'm trying to decide how to write this, Sarge. How to go, because this time you've written the Gromutlas. Catch this, Franny Scorn. What did you write the first time, Sarge? Yeah, the first time you wrote Gromulas, didn't you? The Gromulas. That's less of a tongue twister. Easier to go for. I might go for that one. Rather than putting the T in there, because that makes it unpronounceable. Well, for me anyway. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I did think about naming it Grom's Coffin at some point, but he didn't quite die in it, did he? Just nearly. And Grom's Almost Coffin seemed like too long. How about that? Fear of Franny, says Harry. Well, let's hope that I don't need to rename it the Coffin. The hospital bed. There's a theme going on here, isn't it? And it all revolves around bad things happening to Grom. Let's move on and do another contract. So, what's this one? Trap sprung. Let's have a crack at this. Again, I'm going to up the salvage a little bit. I don't like taking less than 2 pieces of salvage generally. And we'll go with the same lance, I think. Oh, it's lowlands. Actually, I'll swap Buzzkill out and Alto in. He's got coolant vent. And I'm going to leave Black Cat in. Actually, I'll swap these 2 around. There we go. Let's do that. So Black Cat's going to be in the Dervish. Alto riding the just in case. And yeah, Krang and Halcyon. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, so what I'm looking for is a Wasp or a Stinger to see the new models, any new vehicles, or a rare light or medium that we've not seen before, or we've got almost completed. Something like that would be nice to encounter. Just, you know, speaking out loud to RNGesus and hoping he hears. Yeah, Catch says Gromulas is pretty good. Yeah, that was Sarge's first suggestion for the rename, so we're going to go with that one, I think. Coffin Top, says Sarge. Coffin Top. Come on. Is Coffin Top a guy that just does really morbid, death-related prop comedy? Oh, there's Catch praying to RNGesus for us. Let's hope for something new. Do you know, I really want to see a Raven again. We got a bit of Raven salvage in a very early episode, I think, in this career. And I'd love to get a whole Raven. That would encourage me to bring out a light lance, even if it means putting away a whole bunch of assaults to be able to do it. Or at least maybe, you know, a light mech to run with the mediums as a scout. Something like that. But, yeah.
Command interface initiated.
Empower says, with this crew, I'm shocked that Grom's ass never came up.
Lovely landscape here. Simply lovely.
That's got to be Alto's voice again. He says some weird stuff. I see why he wanted that one now. Just for the weirdness it comes out with.
Of course.
I've got something.
What do we got? A 50? Oh no, not more mediums. I'm gonna have to do lower level missions, aren't I, than 2 skulls? Because I think it's just gonna keep chucking mediums at me.
Move order received.
So maybe I'll do one of the 1.5 skull difficulties. What's this? So Wolverine 6R with virtually no armor. Right. Okay.
Right here. Move order received. Fire in all weapons.
Do you know what though? I don't know what your guys' opinion is, but I do like being able to change things up now and then and just bring out a completely different lance, you know, a completely different tonnage.
How might I help?
It's fun playing assaults. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy stomping around in massive assault mechs. But it's also nice to have a change and have a reason to bring out something smaller.
Throttle down, moving out.
And because, you know, they're just different ways of playing depending on what you've got and depending on what tonnage you're using in terms of mechs. And it just gives the game variety, holds my interest longer this way, you know, the fact that I can just change things up. If I was just playing mission after mission after mission with nothing but, you know, Atlases or King Crabs in my Lance over and over and over with the same loadout, I wouldn't play this game anywhere near as much as I do, because I'd just get bored, you know. But I really like that there's so much variety in Battletech that I can just take out mediums, or I can take out heavies, or take out lights, you know, depending on what I'm feeling like doing.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
So, they have reinforcements. And they're over there. Catch says, I wish they made speed more of a factor. Yeah, I think
Yes, Commander.
Rogue Tech kind of goes for that, doesn't it? With all the way evasion works and all the electronic warfare equipment and all of that stuff. I mean, evasion still has its uses, but I like cover a lot more than just straight up evasion, because I always worry that, you know, you get a load of evasion and then something gets a lucky shot and shoots your leg off and all your evasion's gone, or, you know, you get sensor locked and your evasion reduced, and yeah, it's not a guaranteed way of keeping yourself safe, not as much as straight up cover is. But yeah, I get what you mean though. So we have reinforcements over here, and that's a 20-ton mech. So let's hope that's one of the new things that I want to see. Let's go scout it out with Black Cat in the Dervish. Oh, it is. It is. I don't know what the other two are, but first things first, I'm going to give Black Cat some vigilance, and then we'll shoot at this thing, but not before we look at it. So, first viewing of a new model Stinger, and this is the STG-3G, and that comes armed with 2 medium lasers, and that's a cool looking model. It's not too bad. Wish I could zoom in even more, but oh, there we go, that's helping. That's the back side of it. Just get a nice little spin around. Look at him carrying his 2 pistols. I love that. That's really cool. So obviously, you know, as I just pointed out, this mech comes armed with 2 medium lasers. I'm guessing that there's 1 in each arm. Yeah, obviously, because that makes sense, because he's carrying these 2 little pistols, which each of which is a medium laser. That's a really nice touch. Check that out. That's cool. Can I zoom in even more? I'll remove that fluff from the screen. There we go. I think that's as good as I'm getting for a view for you, but hopefully that's enough for you guys to take in that is a new Stinger model and it looks cool. And he's carrying his 2 little medium laser pistols. Awesome. Right, now let's squish it. We've had a good look at it. Now let's blow it up. Well, we're not going to manage that with Black Cat, are we? Not with those transits to hit. And well, there is evasion doing its job, I suppose, for that Stinger. Just 3 evasion pips, and poor Black Cat is going to have a hard time hitting him. So instead, we'll go for a sensor lock. I think that's more sensible here. We'll take 2 evasion pips off and make life a little easier for the next guy to shoot. That's right, Emperor Krang. We had a look. Now it's time to squish. Catch says, very impressed with the quality of these models. Yeah, some of them are really good, aren't they? Yeah, really nice. And we got a fire starter, so that has become my new priority, because look at him. Covered in flamers. Fire starter H. I don't like that. Yeah. He needs to die. The reason I hate flamers so much is because I don't like taking internal damage, because you end up having to repair it. And flamers straight up just cause internal damage as soon as they shut you down. So I tend to like to take these things out before they have the opportunity to shut me down. And the other mech is a locust. So yeah, we at least got to see the Stinger. So there's still the Wasp. Still want to see the Wasp and what's been done with that model.
Systems holding.
But that was a good start. That Stinger certainly
Receiving you.
makes for interesting viewing. Why can't I get a bead on that fire starter? That's awkward. Is that it? Does that get me it? I think that gets me it. Yes, it does. Good. Okay, so Emperor Krang, I haven't got any resolve, so we're just going to fire wildly in its vague direction. Hope something falls off. We destroyed the left arm. Okay.
Score. Critical hit.
Ooh, another 20-tonner.
Armor's holding, Commander. Nothing to...
Oh, it's on now.
Now, what was that? That had LRMs. I mean, I suppose it could be one of the Locust variants. I want to finish off this fire starter, though, before I do anything else. Yeah, this should do the job, surely, with this many missiles. There he goes.
Target neutralized.
I think the Wasp looks slightly different to the Stinger, at least going from Sana Black Cat. I'm not 100% on that though.
Standing by.
Obviously, the original models that were in the mod, they were slightly different from each other. The new ones, I'm not so sure, but I would guess there'd be a variation. I'm kind of reluctant to kill this Stinger. It's so new and shiny. Like, is it really right to kill it so soon? Or should I nail the Locust instead? Let's nail the Locust first.
Roger.
You're not new and shiny, Locust. You can die. There we go. That's what you get for being not new.
Target neutralized.
I know the Wasp and the Locust were very similar. You know, what one was copied from the other, wasn't it? I can't remember which one came first, but yeah, one is a copy of the other, and they look very similar. But I'm not sure if they'll have used identical models for this. We'll have to see. Unfortunately, not this time though, because that's a Locust 1M. I thought it might be a Locust with the missiles.
Commander. Leader in the gym.
Maybe in the next mission we'll see a Wasp. All right, I'm gonna shoot this Locust. I'm gonna save the Stinger till last. Here we go. Sargepedia on the job. He says the Stinger has one central antenna, while the Wasp has 4 antennae, 2 on each side of the cockpit. Did they put the antennas on? Let's have a look. I didn't think to look for that because I didn't know to look for that. Oh yeah, they did. Look, there it is. There it is.
You have orders?
What are you doing all the way back there, Alto? What have you been doing all this time?
Roger.
Okay, let's sprint him forwards. Really, I don't even need to worry about cover against these mechs. These are the last two things. They do such pitiful damage. I can just run around wherever I feel, really.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Well, that Stinger is playing very safe, isn't he?
Orders. Location confirmed. Inflicted some heavy damage.
There we go. So that Locust, now he's knocked down, of course, loses all the evasion he had. His stability was in a bad way.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, Alto should be able to finish this very, very easily. Let's see if we can turn him into a cloud of mist with an AC-20 shell.
You should have never come.
I swear, an AC-20 shell is bigger than a Locust.
Hope we can salvage that.
So Harry says, in regards to what Black Hat was saying, so Black Hat says that doesn't look like a classic Stinger. It should look like a ripped off Veritech fighter. Where he says, depends what art you look at. Looks very like, and then has linked something on Sana. So let's just have a quick look at that. So I need to do some jiggery pokery. Hold on. That there. And then editor, and then swap the screens. There we go. So that's what Harry linked. For those on YouTube that might be wondering. I think that's a pretty good representation. The model that we've just seen in game. Not bad at all, is it? Alright, back to the game. So now all we've got left to kill is this poor little stinger. We left him alive as long as we could afford to.
On my way.
I'm going to shoot his leg off if I can. There we go, leg gone. All that evasion wiped out. You see, this is what makes me prefer cover to evasion. Things like this just so easily all be taken away from you.
Consider it done.
Always forget, need to go back to that tab. There we go. Right. Should we go for a headshot? No, let's not. So Harry says Salama Joe did the new models for the Stinger and the Wasp. So thank you very much to him.
Mission successful.
We've not seen the Wasp yet though, have we? Black Cat says the battle droids models were even closer to each other, with only the head antennas differing. Both used the same rifle for the medium laser. Ah, cool. That's going back to the very beginning, pretty much, isn't it? The battle droids. So was the first name Robotech before they changed to Battletech? Black Cat says they made them a little more distinct for the 3025 book. Oh, okay. We're getting a history lesson here from Black Cat. Thanks for that. What shall I take? Tough. Let's take a piece of Stinger because it's got a new model and for no other reason than that. And a piece of Locust 1M maybe because I probably don't have one and we may as well make one for the collection. Alright, that'll do me. So, we did finally see one of the new models, but I still want to see the Wasp while I'm at this location. I may as well continue doing these light missions. Low skull missions because that gives me the best chance. Right then, yeah, I think we'll just go straight in again. So now we're down to just 1.5 skull missions. Ugh. I guess we'll go for this Capellan contract, cause why not? Right, it's only 1.5 skull though, but payout looks alright, so hopefully it won't be too terribly easy, but well, they're all easy at this level, aren't they? Let's face it. But what we're looking for is new vehicles and the new Wasp. As we've now seen the Stinger, I thought that looked pretty cool. I liked how he's dual wielding the little medium laser pistols. We're going to have a look at what the Wasp looks like with a little bit of luck. What's up, Mal? You come to say hello? No. Just come to meow at me and then walk off. That's cats for you.
Command interface initiated.
Okay. Nice jungle environment. I do like it. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new urban environments when they come as well. Just give me one moment though. So I got a message from Hotakuken that I just wanted to check. So he's started a Battletech Extended 3025 career, and he's just realised that the starter mechs are randomised differently. And he said he's got a javelin, a spider, and 2 locusts. Well, he must have one more mech as well, surely, but yeah. Oh, he's going to have an interesting start with that. A javelin, a spider, and 2 locusts. Just give me 1 second, guys. Just want to have a look. So I think he's on at the moment. He is. So he's called it Hotakuken's Heroes 3. I think he's playing the campaign as opposed to the career mode, if I remember rightly. Not 100% sure of that. But yeah, that's going to make life interesting for him, isn't it? Okay, sorry for the delay. I just thought that was interesting. I'm always interested to hear what people's starting lineups are when they fire up one of these campaigns, because, well, or careers, because, you know, of that varied start, that randomize, and you know, you can get lucky, you can get average, or you can get unlucky. I think a javelin, a spider, and 2 locusts. He's gonna have a tough time. Oh, Harry says he's got a commando as well. Is that his other one? Okay. Well, the commando's decent. I mean, the commando's decent, but and I think the javelin is as well, to be fair. But a spider and 2 locusts. That's no easy start.
Look what we have here. Ready for orders. No problem.
I'm looking forward to checking his VOD out. When I finish, I'm going to see if he's done around the same time and see if I can catch his video. I want to have a look. Oh, we've got vehicles. We got vehicles. Maybe it's a new vehicle. Let's see. Black Cat. Let's move up and see if we can get a sensor lock on that. Harry says, I'm asking him if he was pleased with his mechs. You troll. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is new. This is definitely new. I've never seen one of these before. And we're going to have a hard time seeing it at all in these trees, aren't we? But what do we have? A Vedette AC2. And that comes armed with a single AC2, an SRM2, and a machine gun. So, I mean, it's terrible. But this is only a 1.5 skull mission. So, you know, you would hope to not be facing something completely brutal. And what a shame that we can't get a good view on it because of this jungle environment. Do you know, I think that's as good as it's getting. Maybe that angle. I can show you the outline of it. But yeah, it's going to be tough to see that. But it looks like a tank from what I can tell from the outline. Maybe it will drive out of cover at some point, and we'll be able to get a better look.
Yeah. What can I do you for? On my way.
Or, I mean, there is every chance I might smash it up before that occurs, but we'll see. So Black Cat saying, I think by the time of 3025, they're already anticipating the pending Harmony Gold lawsuit. So that's by way of explaining potentially why the looks of those models got changed a bit. Yeah, that would certainly make sense, Black Cat, wouldn't it? So Black Cat says, my start was a spider, a locust, a stinger, and a javelin. Spider, locust, stinger, javelin. You should have one more mech as well. What was the fifth? What was the other one? Was that anything good?
Affirmative.
But that's quite a rough start as well, Black Cat. That's that's not the easiest one, is it? I was pretty lucky with my starts, to be quite honest. Both of the games that I've started on this mod, because I've got my non-stream career as well as my stream career, both of them I got a Vulcan 2T, which I think is okay. I'd rather have that than a Cicada. I got an Irby with both, so both of them had an urban mech. One of them I had a Javelin and a Commando. I think that was my stream career, perhaps, had the Javelin and the Commando.
Receiving you.
And so, you know, just that alone I felt was a pretty decent start. And then on my non-stream one I had a Panther, which is also good. I haven't had a Firestarter on any of my starts so far, and Firestarter I think is the best mate you can get at the start. Right, so we've got a slightly better look at this tank now from this angle. I know it's still not great, but you can at least see the turret with the gun barrel there. It's a pretty decent looking model. How's this angle looking? Yeah, so yeah, it looks kind of like a futuristic-y tank, doesn't it? That's cool. Let's smash it to pieces. There it goes. Now it's just dust.
One for the scrap heap.
So Sarge says the Wasp was produced more than either the Locust or the Stinger during the Succession Wars. So they should be pretty common then. I'm seeing something. Oh, that's another Stinger by the looks of it. Yeah, so we've got a Stinger 3R. So this is a different variant to the one we just saw. This has got 2 machine guns and a single medium laser. So there, as you can see, he's holding a medium laser pistol. And I guess the machine guns are on the arm, are they? So one machine gun is. Where's the other? Oh, okay, so it's got a medium laser and a machine gun here, and a single machine gun here. Yeah, different paint scheme to the last one as well. Still looking pretty cool. Although I do like the one with the twin pistols though, the best so far. He looked pretty cool. What's that there? That's a 30-tonner. Whatever, they're all going to get splattered.
Speeder in the chip. Lock in all weapons.
Samurai says, pretty sure he's doing the campaign, and that's frankly even harder since the first mission is pretty rough for the bots he has. Yeah. Oh yeah, it will be, won't it? but you know, Hotakukan does like giving himself a challenge.
Certainly.
He's the guy that, you know, his last playthrough was that crazy difficulty level, everything, you know, as hard as possible attempt. And part of the challenge was he had to try to keep Decker alive as well, which unfortunately he failed on. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to it. I want to see. I want to see. So Samurai says the Firestarter is a solid early mech, can be easily refit to be a reliable butthole puncher with actual damage. Yes. I mean, my favourite config for the Firestarter is 3 medium lasers and 6 machine guns, and just yeah, it's just disgusting firepower for something of its tonnage. But of course, there are many ways of playing it. You can, you know, you can pack it full of medium lasers, or pack it full of small lasers, or a mixture of mediums and smalls if you want to go really nuts and have a hot running mech. But yeah, it's very flexible and fantastic chassis. So while I was talking, I've just noticed, which is why I'm delaying shooting, that we've encountered an Irby R60X, which I don't think I've seen very many of, if at all, on this playthrough. So not a particularly common variant. Still packing the AC-10 that Irbys usually have, but this has a small laser and a machine gun with the AC-10. And what have we got down here? We still can't see the tonnages of those. And there's another vehicle there that's also 50 tons. So, yeah.
What's up, boss?
Let's go find out what things are. Move Black Hat up to the front. He can do the scouting. So that's that Stinger. So he fell back. What's this tank? Now we've got a better view. That's another Vedette AC2. That's the same as the one we just obliterated. And we've got this Irby, and I think it makes sense for me to splat this Irby, to be honest, because he's packing an AC-10, and that's going to hurt us in our medium mechs if we let that survive for too long. Samurai talking about Hotakuken says he's the type of guy that starts up a game yelling, "Whip me, beat me, make me feel cheap." I've got to send him that. I've got to send him that. Just give me a second. There you go. I've sent that to him. I'm sure he'll love that comment.
How's it going?
Right, we've got some shooting to do.
Coordinates received.
Oops, sorry. Trying to get all my screens back to how they're supposed to be. I'm going to go for a precision strike with Emperor Krang just to get this Irby wrecked as quick as possible, I think. We'll maybe collect a piece of it, but I'm not worried about getting maximum salvage. Samurai says, could be worse, could be the R60L with the AC-20. Yes, you're absolutely right there. We have encountered that before. And yeah, I made sure to splat that super quick as well.
Something I can do. Moving out. Giving them everything I can. One last time.
Oh dear. So I keep needing to check, see if Hotakuken's spotted that message yet. Right, okay.
You have orders?
Alto is in no position to shoot anything. Actually, doesn't really make much difference if I sprint. We'll go for it. We get one hex further, I think, maybe.
Hey, what's the paint, pal?
Right, back to the business of killing stuff. And Black Cat is still on the front lines. He's doing just fine there, though. He's nowhere near taking too much damage yet. Okay, I guess I have to go there to get view on the tank. I do want to splat the tank, I think, this round. I'm thinking it's probably a quick kill. Ooh, not quite done it there, though. Very close, very close. 8 internals on that location. We almost nailed it in one.
What's the plan?
Right, Alto, we're going to laser spam that Stinger. Oh no, sorry, Alto's not in the laser spam. Alto's got the AC-20. Well, in that case, we'll go for a precision strike with the AC-20.
Have no doubt it will
Bosh. CT destroyed. Job done. That'll do nicely.
one less target.
Come on. Please be a wasp. I want to see a wasp. You're 20 tons. You might be a wasp.
Receiving you. Commander.
Yeah, let's do this. We can get a view with Halcyon and see what it is. Oh, it's a Stinger. It's another Stinger 3G. So that's the 2 medium laser one. Which faction is it that I need to fight against to encounter a wasp, I wonder? I'm sure it's more likely to appear for a certain faction.
One more for the trash heap.
You know the answer to that, Harry? Oh, Harry just says any. Okay. So it doesn't matter who I fight then.
Standing by. I copy.
Harry says they're common as muck. Davian has their own variant as well. Okay.
Standing by.
Keeping up the aggression with Black Cat in the Dervish here. And finally we get to see what this medium is. It's a Griffin 1N. Okay. Let's just nail it then. The other Stinger can wait. Just 2 medium lasers, nowhere near as scary as a PPC packing jump jet mech with LRMs as well. Hey Dread, how you doing today? We've been looking at the new models and vehicles that have been added in the latest update to Battletech Extended 3025.
Holding firm.
And oh, there's another mech there. So here's one in case you missed us having a good close look at them earlier. I say that and then the camera goes mental. Where's it gone? There it is. Right, here we go. Zoom in and spin around carefully. There we go. So there is the new model for the Stinger. We've still not found the Wasp yet, but this one looks pretty cool to start with. And he's got his 2 medium lasers being held like pistols there. Pretty awesome. So we've been discovering new things and splatting them. And we've also encountered a new tank as well. The Vedette something or other. I've killed 2 of them and I still can't remember the name of it.
How might I help?
Was it Vedette AC2? I think that might have been it.
Full speed ahead.
But there are absolutely tons of new vehicles in this. So I'm sure we're going to keep seeing vehicle after vehicle the more missions we play. And Dread says, great artwork. Yeah, I think it's a good job on that, isn't it?
What's up, Commander? On the move.
Okay, let's continue smashing this Griffin up. Because he's not shiny and new or anything. He deserves to get crushed.
Good to go. Hauling ass.
Orders.
Right.
On the move.
So he's unsteadied now, and I think a big cloud of SRMs should be more than enough to knock him over completely. The only issue is I don't think my other hunchies are in range to finish him off. Obviously, the Centurion with the LRMs will be in range, but I do like the jungle environment, but the downside is your mechs do move through these trees quite slowly.
Reporting. Heavy damage.
Hey, Pacifist, how you doing today? Good to see you.
What's the plan?
Right. Oh, that Stinger's jumped up. He obviously wants some attention, but he's not going to get it yet. We've got a Griffin to take out first, so let's move up. The Hunchback 4G with the AC-20 seems perfect for this.
Confirm.
Well, would have been better if we'd hit the CT, but pilot incapacitated anyway. That'll do fine.
Tango down.
All good. Pacifist saying, enjoying the quietness as the kids are at the grandparents. Yeah, get some Battletech in, mate, while you can. Okay, so this Stinger's got a load of evasion, so I might just punch him, to be honest. Let's go punch him. It's a lot easier to do that, and it ignores the cover and the evasion. Smash. Down in one. Oh, good work there from Halcyon. Get wrecked, Stinger. Get wrecked.
Move into position.
Sarge says, love that waterfall. Yeah, let's have a look at the waterfall. Yeah, that is quite pretty, isn't it? Emperor Krang, you can brace, I suppose. So, enemy reinforcements, there's just this guy here. It's a 45 tonner. Well, I hold out my eternal hope that it's a Blackjack 1X, but probably isn't.
Receiving you.
Not even sure what faction I'm fighting right now and whether it can even get a Blackjack 1X, but let's go chasing after it with Black Cat all the same. Let's go hunting. We're going to run through the spores.
Roger.
What is it? Oh, it's a Vindicator, Avenging Angel. Never mind. And now then, Halcyon is going to be the only one that can shoot that guy.
Location confirmed.
At least until next round, and then Black Cat will be close enough, I'm sure.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Reporting.
Alright. We're nearly there.
Affirmative.
And yeah, again, we didn't see the Wasp this mission, so I'm going to do another one in this location. I'm going to keep doing them in this location until I do see a Wasp. Or until we run out of missions.
Roger.
Let's hope we see the Wasp first, though. Right, let's go for Vigilance, give Black Cat some protection. This guy's already unsteady. I'm not sure we've got enough to knock him over. But we'll have a go anyway. Yeah, I think we have.
Commander.
Oh, probably because we've blown a leg off by the looks of things. Yeah, that'd do it. And he's completely disappeared under the water now. Right.
You have orders?
Awesome. I can just about get Alto into range there.
Certainly.
See if we can finish the job. Go for the quick kill. Aiming for CT with the AC-20 and job done. Nice. Okay, so moving on to the next mission.
Target eliminated.
And nice that we got to see, well, we only saw one design. We saw a couple of the same tank there, and that was a 50-ton tank. I don't believe there are any 50-ton tanks in the vanilla game at all, because you've got the 35s, you've got the 60s, and you've got the 80s. But yeah, those 50-tonners are new with this update to Battletech Extended 3025, adding a whole ton of new vehicles and obviously updating the Stinger and the Wasp skin. Sarge says, splish splash, he was taking a bath. So I'll take a piece of that because we haven't got any of them, I don't think. And a piece of that because today is Stinger and Wasp day for me, I suppose. Yeah, alright, that'll do me. What else did we get? Oh, we got another piece of stinger. Cool. It's just dawned on me that Pacifist, when he said hello everyone, he did put in brackets just video on at the moment. So I assume by that he hasn't got the audio on, so he didn't hear anything I said. But now it makes sense. He was saying enjoying the quietness as kids are at grandparents. So he's probably just sitting there in silence, getting some peace and quiet. I'm sure any of you that have kids can appreciate that. Maybe I should have waved at him. Maybe that works. Oh, there you go. You can hear me now. Says, no, I didn't. Now I have headset on. Okay, next mission. Let's try and race through these as quickly as I can. Get as many in today as possible. What have we got? Battle. They're both the same. So who am I fighting against? Pirates or pirates? Pirates or Federated Suns. Yeah, let's fight Federated Suns. Why not? I love kicking them in. They seem to be Harry's favourite faction from what I remember. He always used to wear their skin in MechWarrior Online and be part of that faction when he was playing Community Warfare. So, you know, by that reasoning, they should be my favourite for smashing up. Just so it irks him. Right, let's go with the same lineup. It's been doing just fine, and it's nice to earn some XP for these non-maxed out pilots at the moment. Harry says only because they're the best. They're not. No, they're not the best. They're not the best. I think they're just as bad as the Capellans. They've just got a better PR department. That's all. So, guys in chat, what are your favourite houses? Or let's just pretend the clans don't exist, because at the moment where we are where are we, about 3027, 3028, the clans have not been met yet. So excluding the clans, what are your favourite Inner Sphere houses? Sarge says, what? Are you crazy, Doyle? Harry says, Hans Davian is not a bad... I can't read that out. Hans Davian is not a nice person. He's the true bad guy. You chose the wrong bad guy faction, Doyle. Sarge's favourite faction is Karita. Really? I didn't know that. Cold Steel says, that's because PR is easy when you're the best. Emperor Krang, there is only one, Steiner. In MWO, at least amongst the people I played with, they were known as the Space Germans, Steiner. And there are a lot of German MWO players that were in House Steiner as well for their little icon. Pacifist says, I have no clue about the lore. Yeah, don't worry. When I started playing MechWarrior games, I had no clue either. I still don't have a massive clue about the lore even now. But I find it fun to learn from these guys that do.
Confirmed. I've got something.
My favourite Inner Sphere faction's the Capellans, and most of my viewers hate the Capellans. They're always telling me how terrible they are. How insane their leader is and what bad guys they are, but I just think they're misunderstood. So nobody has said that they like the Free Worlds League. Are they just not very popular at all?
Got something you want
The
done?
purple birds. Cold Steel says, if only Hans's brother Ian had lived. So you're going to have to explain that one to those of us that don't know the lore, Cold Steel. Was Ian a nice guy? Why would it have been good if he survived? Emperor Krang says, Free Worlds League is the original house. That is second choice. Were they the first to break away, were they? Sarge says, in relation to me liking the Capellans, he says, that's because you're a war criminal, Doyle. They'll never catch me, though. Oh, look, we've got a Centurion AH here, and that's packing an AC-20 and an LRM-10. That's a scary, scary mech. Did I ever salvage a whole one of those? I can't be sure that I did. So anyway, first things first, let's go for some vigilance for Black Cat so he doesn't get immediately splattered by an AC-20. Emperor Krang says they were the first to organise as a house. That's the Free Worlds League. There's another one that obviously isn't around exactly as a faction in this time period yet, or has been and has been wiped out and will resurface again. I'm not sure on the lore on that one, but in MWO, the other Inner Sphere house that exists is the Rasselhag Republic. So why aren't they around at this point? Have they already existed and been smashed in a bit? Or have they not risen up yet? Because I know they start off as some kind of rebels, don't they? The Rasselhag Republic. But they were quite a popular faction in MWO. So Cold Steel answering my question about Ian Davian. Ian Davian. It's like you've got Hans Davian. That sounds like a futuristic sci-fi kind of name, and then you've got Ian Davian, his brother Ian. Do you not see why Ian was killed off? Like, all hail Lord Emperor Ian. Just doesn't sound right, does it? Sorry to any Ians out there, but your name just doesn't sound very regal and royal. All hail Emperor Ian. So yeah, he was saying, Cold Steel was saying he was the older and more even-keeled leader. So apparently Ian was a good leader, but his name just didn't suit it. Sarge is answering my question about the Rasselhag Republic, and he's saying they come around later. They appear later. So I guess they're just like some tiny little movement of rebels at the moment. Not big enough to be their own faction. But they don't have a good time of things, do they, when the clan invasion starts? As far as I'm aware, Rasselhag Republic takes quite a pounding. Is it from Clan Ghost Bear? I think they're the ones that were opposite them. I forget now.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Here we go. What's Harry written? Is it suitable for human consumption? I need to check before I read it out when it's Harry. So yeah, he says on the 20th of August 3028, Hans Davian married Melissa in the presence of all the successor lords of the Inner Sphere at Hilton Head, Terra, the headquarters of Comstar. At the reception following the ceremony, Hans gave Melissa as a wedding present the Capellan Confederation. What a boss. Yeah, that just started a war though, didn't it? He didn't exactly give it to her. That's like saying, I'm going to give America to Shell. I've just decided that as a present, I'm giving the United States of America to Shell. It's happened because I've said it. That's what he did. That's the equivalent. He didn't own it. He couldn't just give it like that. All he did was kick off a war. And US guys, I'm joking. I'm not giving your country to my partner. Don't start loading up the shotguns. Right, what have we got? Emperor Krang. I need to get him into a good position. He's not able to shoot yet. That will do, I suppose.
I can give you
Sarge says they gave up to the wolves without firing a shot. Who gave up to the wolves? What? The Wrestlehog Republic? Is that who you're talking about? That's confusing if that is the case, and not what I understood it to be. Infernal says, "What is this political stuff I'm hearing?" So Sarge says yes. Oh wow, didn't know that. Emperor Krang says, and he always looked like William Shatner. What is that? Hans Davian looked like William Shatner? Because that's just awesome if that's the case.
Orders?
How is this Centurion still standing? I can't believe it. I've just been absent-mindedly shooting at him, but his CT was caught out a while ago. Harry says, "Yep, he's straight up is a picture of Shatner." they just took a photograph of William Shatner and then coloured it in Battletech colours. So there you go. That's Hans Davian. That's awesome.
Systems are holding.
I mean, perhaps William Shatner is rich enough to afford to be able to gift an entire nation to his partner for a wedding present. Do you know what? This guy's nearly dead. I'm not going to pull this off. He is going to die for sure through a means that I don't want to go for. But I'll just try my luck with a 15% headshot just once, just to see. We didn't get it. We got the CT. Never mind.
Enemy down.
So Harry's linked a picture of Hans Davian. Let's have a look. Oh my god, it actually is. It actually is. Hold on. Do the quick switch for the YouTube. There you go. That's Hans Davian. He really does look quite a lot like an old William Shatner, doesn't he? Oh man. Right, back to the game. Oh, what's been going on over here while I was tabbed out? Oh, there's another 45 tonner. Okay, the Hunchback 4H. That's a scary one, actually. I think this is a really decent build for a you know, mid-ranged Hunchback. It's got the medium lasers, 4 of them, and an AC-10. Dangerous beast. Just Emperor Krang left to take his turn, though. Okay. You watch the PUBG leagues, do you, pacifist? Nice. Yeah, Shell used to watch those. I think maybe she still does a bit, watches some of the PUBG competitions.
Yeah, what can I do?
I was into playing the game for a bit, but I went off it. Too many cheats. Shooting you from across the map or killing you while you're parachuting down. I assume they've gotten rid of a lot of those by now. I never got into Fortnite though. I didn't even try Fortnite. That was the one that overtook PUBG, wasn't it? As the battle royale game of choice. But I just never liked the look of it, and all the spending half your time building constructions. Like, if I want to play a game that involves shooting, I want to be shooting, not building ramps and platforms. So yeah, Fortnite never did it for me. But of course now everyone's playing Apex Legends. That's the newest one, and I haven't tried that either. But that keeps getting recommended to me. But I just think, you know, there's no point in me streaming Apex Legends. There's so many people streaming that to watch that are probably way bigger and far more entertaining than I'll ever be. But I have been streaming the Division 2. Different kind of game. I know it's not a battle royale, but I like the Division 2. Having a lot of fun with that.
Location confirmed. Giving them everything I've got. Score. Critical hit.
Infernal says, if I see you playing a battle royale, I'm disowning you. Everything goes to your cat.
How's it going?
Yeah, don't worry. You're not in any danger of that occurring, Infernal.
My way.
I don't know. It's an interesting format.
Firing all weapons.
You know, it was cool when it was relatively new. And I know it's incredibly popular with a lot of gamers, but I don't know. It's not a format that holds interest for me. I end up getting bored of it eventually. It's not so bad to watch, and again, as I said, Shell watches that kind of stuff a lot. But for playing, sometimes, you know, looting for 10 minutes and then just suddenly getting sniped out of nowhere can get really frustrating.
One less target.
Whereas, like the Division 2, for example, you get the fun parts of PUBG, where you get the looting and you get the shooting, only without the randomly dying to something you've not seen and losing all your stuff. You know, like you get to keep everything you loot in the Division 2. I kind of like that format. Harry says, what about when I create Battle Royale mech missions on Solaris? That's entirely different. Every mech for himself Solaris missions I would definitely play. If Solaris gets included in Battletech, for sure. Alright, so we'll take a piece of the AH. I melted it in a bad way, so I'm not going to get more than that. And let's take that piece of Hunchback. Alright, I think we've got one more chance in this location. One more chance of finding a wasp. So we're going to do it. Take the bait. This is called. Actually, just before I do this, let's see where my travel contracts are. Brinton. So there's 2 missions I can do in Brinton if I travel there. I've only just been to Brinton, so that's refreshed quickly. I'm actually going to go back there after doing this. So we'll go from doing very low level missions to doing some high level ones. You never know, we might see some completely different vehicles. In fact, I'm sure we will by doing that. Do you know what? Let's just switch out the Centurion and take a Bombardier, because I've just no need for this. I know it's overkill and it's ridiculous, but I've been itching to take this Bombardier out for a spin for a while, and I'm not going to get the opportunity, so I'm going to do it now just for this one mission. So I've got the Dervish with the 3 SRM6s and 1 SRM4, and a Bombardier with 5 SRM6s. They're going to be brutal. Of them running up front, sending out clouds of SRMs. But it will also help me get through this mission that little bit quicker. So I want to have time to do as many as possible today and try and squeeze all the missions in. Because there's new stuff to see. And the more missions I play in one session, the more new stuff we're going to see in this episode. Darius says, I'm not comfortable with how little information we have about the enemy forces, Commander. Oh my god. Darius's intel normally so terrible. If he's worried about how little info we have, I don't know what to say. We could be dropping in against 2 full assault lancers here.
Command interface initiated.
Wow. Ain't this place?
Ah, yes, I know this map. We've not seen this for a while, actually.
Coordinates received.
I remember, it's quite a while ago now, but there was an episode on this where I ended up having to withdraw from this mission, not this mission, from this map, a mission on this map, where we very nearly lost. Was it Grom we very nearly lost on this again? Ooh, there's a 60-tonner. I wonder what that's going to be.
Orders. Moving out.
Yeah, I remember things getting a little bit hairy.
Got a lock.
Okay, it's just a laser carrier. We've seen them before. That's not new yet. Oh, it was Sarge. Oh, we nearly lost Sarge on it. Right.
Hostile contacts inbound.
Yeah, we were having a rough old time, weren't we? I doubt we'll have too many problems on this run of it, though.
How might I help?
Yeah, I'm just going to move Alto straight out and interview there.
Commander.
What do we see? Be a wasp. Oh, it's a locust. A locust. Should I just precision strike it? Yeah, so Alto's got no damage mitigation at all at the moment, but I thought it was worth the risk. If that AC-20 hits the locust, it evaporates. Unfortunately, being Alto, he's whiffed the AC-20. I don't know why I keep him in that mech.
Well, what do we have here?
Glutton for punishment, I suppose. 25-ton vehicle. I wonder if that's a new one.
What's up, boss?
Alright. Let's see if Emperor Krang can succeed where Alto failed. Get this locust taken down.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Didn't look good. Oh no, it was. It's fine. CT's gone.
Enemy down.
And we've got another 20-ton mech. Come on, give us a wasp game. Give us a wasp. Don't make this awkward and rare. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot there was that laser carrier. I do need to deal with that at some point, don't I? Anyway, for the time being, let's go sprinting with the bombardier, so he's going to be in a position to do some damage in the following rounds. Sarge says, when Darius dropped us in the middle of 2 heavy lancers with LRMs out of the ass. Oh, that was a different map, that one. That was one with a lake up to the right side of where I was. So there was this big lake, some cliffs up on the right. And it was the one where there was a Stalker 3H that was stuck behind a hill off the map. Which, if that had been firing as well, we'd have been really, really in trouble. I think that was one where we almost lost you, Sarge, because you were in the Harrylander at the time on that one. But we definitely had one on this map where we nearly lost somebody. Or is this the same map but just turned around? I'm wondering. I don't know. Similar environment, isn't it? Ah, Sarge says, okay, wrong map. Yeah, no worries.
Standing by. On my way.
Okay. Another locust. This is the 1E. This is my favourite of the locusts. I mean, you know, if there could be such a thing. If I had to pick a locust that I would say is the best, the 1E is the one I like, because you've got the 2 support weapon slots for small lasers, as well as being able to fit 2 medium lasers in it. And I think that's respectable firepower for a mech that size. Ooh, lots of things coming off the locust there with that volley. Hunchback 4P is not to be messed with. Okay, so that's a J. Edgar. We've definitely seen J. Edgars before. And what's in this particular one? 2 SRM2s and a medium laser. Wow, that's not very scary, is it? Then again, that is the difficulty of the mission. It's very low. Oh, that's new, though. That's new. I've only just spotted this. So here, we have a goblin. I can see why they called it a goblin. That is ugly. So a goblin carries a large laser and a machine gun. That's pretty respectable. And there we go. Let's get a look at this. It's hard because of these rocks to get a full spin around, but here it is. I'm guessing this thing here is the large laser. That is an ugly tank. Its name is very fitting, I would say. Right, okay, so what are we going to splat with Alto then? Shall we just splat this goblin? Because the large laser's the biggest gun on the field that the enemy has, I think, at the moment. So yeah, let's go for that. Again. Are you seeing this, guys? That AC-20 round going way off target.
Ready to get it on.
Is there a position I can take where I can shoot that laser carrier? I guess not. Oh no, hold on. Yes. The answer is yes, there is. And I guess it's just here. So we'll run out of our cover with Black Cat, and we're going to try to splat that laser carrier because they're actually quite nasty. So I'm going to give him some vigilance for protection in case we screw this up. But as you can see, 8 medium lasers is what a laser carrier has. That's been in the mod for a while, so that's not new to the update, that particular vehicle, but they're pretty nasty if you've not got anything heavy or assault sized.
Something I can do.
Right, let's get the bombardier in. Actually, shall I send it the other way? Yeah, I'll send the bombardier the other way. See if we can finish off that laser carrier. Well, I mean, we'll certainly finish off that laser carrier. It's not generating much heat. I'm just going to overkill it. Overkill's fun, especially when you've got SRMs to do it with. Look at that constant stream of missiles there.
Reporting. Vehicle.
Hell yeah.
Waiting for orders.
Right. Let's go smash up the goblin now.
Move.
It's very low profile on the goblin, isn't it? That's probably a good thing for a tank. So it's almost a pancake already. It's kind of tempting to go step on it, pancake it even further, but we'll shoot it.
Fire all weapons.
Opened it up. Seems relatively tough. I like that philosophy, Samurai. Samurai says if you don't blow up and they can't shoot back, it's not overkill. Yep, for most environments except for a desert, I'll definitely agree with you. Right.
Commander? Move order received.
I think I'm going to shoot the J. Edgar with the laser vomit hunchback.
Roger. One more for the
And
trash.
then we can watch Alto whiff another AC-20 round. In fact, you know what? Sod that. Let's see if Alto can actually swing a punch
Be there in a jiff.
instead of miss yet again with his AC-20. He's gone for a kick. He's done it. He's done it. Pilot incapacitated. That'll do. Better than watching him miss with the AC-20 again. I'm not sure I could take that. Oh, the Goblin getting to fire that large laser and machine guns at our Bombardier, but I'm pretty sure that'll be the last thing he ever does before he gets squished under the boot of Halcyon's Bombardier. There we go. Smush.
One for the scrap.
So we did get to pancake it after all. Well, we saw some new stuff there. We didn't find the Wasp that I was hoping to see, but we at least saw a new vehicle in the form of the Goblin. And now I think I'm going to travel on to Brinton, take one of those travel contracts, and save ourselves the cost of the jump. So we did get enough pieces to finish a Locust 1E out of that. Not that I'm going to be using that. That's just the level my pilots are at. How insane would it be to put someone out in a 20-ton mech and have the potential of them being wiped out in one? Sarge is asking, what day next week is your time change? That's a good question, Sarge. Give me a second. Oh, Shell's shouting the 31st. So that's when our clocks change. So yeah, that's definitely a worthwhile question for those of you that are watching from North American continent. So at the moment, my show for you guys is starting at 11 a.m. Eastern. And when the clocks in the UK change again, that will go back to 10 a.m. Eastern, which is what the time used to be for you. I think you moved your clocks a couple of weeks earlier than we do, but we're going to be syncing back up again on the 31st. Yeah, travel contract, that's what I'm doing. So we have two options. We have destroy base in Tundra or destroy base Polar. So what's that? So that's against Taurians, and this one is against Davian. Okay, so I'm going to take this contract with... Oh, hold on. Let me check my rep. So if I do this one, I'm going to end up dropping rep with the Federated Suns. All right, so I've got to do this in a certain order. So I have to do this one first to rep up a little with the Federated Suns, because if I do that contract first, my rep will drop too low and I won't be allowed to do this one afterwards. So I'll take this as a travel contract, but this is the mission I really want to do. Again, not because of my affiliation with the Capellans. This is because this mission is actually against the Federated Suns, and that's what I'm trying to do at the moment, to find pieces of Night Star. But we need to do this first to get the rep in the right order. So yeah, that looks fine. Let's take this travel contract.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Shellopedia. It's the Shellopedia is nowhere near as reliable for Battletech information as the Sargepedia, though.
Got a new financial report for you, Commander.
Another long old travel to do, but there's no rebuilding or refitting for me to be getting on with while we do this travel, because all I've done is scrape together bits of light mechs while we're doing those low level missions. So we'll just get this travel done. Not even bother checking pilot XP, because, you know, down at that level you're getting like, well, I'm on the slow XP gain, so you're getting about 400, you know, that kind of amount. 400 XP per mission, so unlikely that anyone is skilled up at this stage, but once we get back on these high level ones, I'll start looking in again. So, yay, we've made a triple F burger. Awesome. Sarge says, while we're travelling, pool party. Okay, yeah, let's just go straight into this mission. And let's switch the team up, because I've done a lot of missions with these guys today. So let's get some variation in, what's this, Polar. Yeah, we can take Sarge on a Polar mission. We can take Buzzkill on a Polar mission. What else do I want to take for this? We've not taken Rylan out today. Let's give Rylan a run. And Catch. There we go. That seems like a good solid lineup to me. All maxed out except for Buzzkill, who's very nearly maxed out. Base Destruction. Okay, let's give the Charger a run. And then what? Take the Thug as well. Might be making things a little bit too challenging for myself by being so low on the assault tonnage, but let's see if we can get away with it. I definitely want LRMs. Rylan can do that. Now, what should I give Catch? Should I give him the Gromulus? Just dawning on me, I don't think Grom's had a mission today either, has he? Buzzkill has. So what I'll do is I'll pull Buzzkill out, stick Catch there, and we'll take Grom, because then we can put Grom in the Gromulus for the first time. That makes sense, doesn't it? And instead of the Devil Dog Mark II for Catch, I'll stick Catch in the Catch Crab. Cold Steel says, okay, I'm back. Sorry fighting a cold. Oh dear, I hope you feel better soon, mate. That's never fun, is it? But we're having a 5-minute nose blow. The never-ending stream of snot. I hope nobody's watching this while they're eating. Sorry if you are. Harry says, I'm not sure we're ready for that kind of Gromception. It's happening. Gromulus is riding himself. Right, yeah, okay, I'm good with this. Let's go. Alright, gonna have to get my head in the game for this. This will be no walk in the park like those previous missions. But as ever, fingers crossed we see something new. If not a mech, then there are many potential vehicles to see with this latest addition to the Battletech Extended 3025 mod. And if you haven't downloaded that yet, remember you can get it from the Nexus page. If someone wants to bring up that with the mod command, that'd be cool. And yeah, so first you need to download the latest community asset bundle. That's also on Nexus mods. And then you need to get the files for Battletech Extended 3025. That's all the latest stuff there. And don't delete your mod injector tool. You can delete everything else. So clear out all your other stuff. Leave the mod tech folder there because you still need the mod injector. And I hope you've got the latest one. So that's what's that, 0.7.1 is the latest one, I think. And then you add the community asset bundle. I just follow the instructions for that. Just run the executable and it will take you through it, easy mode. Then copy your Battletech Extended 3025 files into the mod folder. And then last of all, run the mod injector, the mod tech injector tool, and you're good to go. Cold Steel says little bit of everything. Oh dear. That does sound like a bad cold. Hey Sid, how you doing? Sid TV's here. Sid TV, another guy that I've seen streaming Battletech at the moment. I think he's playing a vanilla career as things stand. So be sure to give him a check out when you have the opportunity. There we go. There's a shout out for Sid TV. You can find his channel there in chat. And the best thing about Sid TV is the epic beard. Check his beard out. He says, thanks. Yeah, all vanilla at the moment. Yeah, you've got to play the game vanilla first. But once you've done it, I strongly suggest trying this mod. It's awesome. It adds so much to the game. Sid says, yeah, I've been working on it for a year or so. I assume that's the beard he's talking about. That's just a year's beard, is it? My God. I wonder how it'll look in 10 years growth then. It's a mighty beard, Sid. It is a mighty beard.
Heading out.
But yeah, be sure to check him out. He's a fellow Battletech streamer. And if you feel like reminiscing and going back to the days of vanilla and watching a campaign playthrough, he's your man. He's doing one right now. Right, we got turrets to take out. But no mechs so far. Let's get the Atlas involved since he's the shortest range. Hopefully take this out in one. Nicely done.
Let's go. Let's go. Target destroyed.
Commander?
I think Rylan next, actually.
Yes, Commander.
So yeah, we'll go with Rylan next on this other turret that we can see. Because there's a chance Rylan could wreck this in one volley, but most often it'll be left on at least a hit point. Yeah, saw a few missiles go stray there. So he's left on 4 this time. So it just needs a little bit of a tap to finish it off. Which I guess we'll do with Sarge.
I copy.
Don't need to fire everything, so we'll just fire 2 PPCs. We only need 1 to connect. There we go. Both would have, as it happens.
That turret is gone.
Just in case showed up. Hello, mate. How you doing? I think you've just missed. I've done a whole load of missions with the just in case variant Hunchback in the deck, trying to show off the new Wasp and the new vehicles. And I think you've just missed it because I've just switched back to assaults now. But there you go. Just in case, the other guy that helps make the mod with Harry, responsible for a lot of hard work in the mod community, in chat right now. So there he is. Say hi, give him some thanks. If you're playing the mod, here's one of the guys that is allowing you to do this by all that free time he's spending on it.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we're going to have to go for a sensor lock here. So Catch is going to sensor lock this turret. Then we'll rain some LRM death onto it. But there is a garrison to take out, and they're just starting to come into view now. This is pretty straightforward, I think. He's only 70 tons. I don't think this mission's going to give us a hard time.
Affirmative.
Ready to get it on.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
So Sarge is going to finish this turret off, same as the last. Yeah, it's also left on 4 hit points.
Target confirmed.
Okay, well, Sarge can happily fire 2 PPCs without gaining any heat. So he's definitely a good man for the job there.
Standing by.
The Gromulas is going to sprint forward, see what these 2 mechs are, and sit in the trees. What have we got? Okay, one's an archer. Is the other an archer? Bombardier. Oh, that's interesting. I think that's the first time I've been able to look at an archer and a bombardier side by side, because obviously they're both based off of the same model, but the bombardier should be a little bit shorter and fatter, and a little bit wider. But they look look very similar, don't they? Kind of hard to tell apart. But yeah, that one's the bombardier, that one's the archer. It's not helping that the bombardier's up the hill, and it's making it look a bit taller, I think, as a consequence. But yeah, so anyway, both nasty mechs, because obviously the archer packing the 2 LRM-20s and a load of ammo. Bombardier also packing 2 LRM-20s, but not as much ammo. So, in light of that, I'm going to prioritise knocking down this archer first.
Ready for orders.
Because he'll be firing for longer, and the bombardier might even run out of ammo. I've seen the bombardier run out of ammo before. Harry says side profile is most obvious, but yeah, he's shorter too. Alright, let's have a look at the side profile. Alright, so that's the bombardier side on, and that's the archer side on. They still look pretty similar, but never mind. Obviously the arms are differently equipped. You can see this is a missile rack arm by the looks of it, whereas the archer's got laser arm. But yeah, okay. But anyway, essentially they are both mechs that carry 2 LRM-20s as their standard loadout, which is a lot of missiles. So they're going to end up looking pretty similar because they're both filled with missiles. So we're going to shoot this archer up first, as I said. We'll just go straight for CT, try and take him out in one. Good job with the Atlas there from Grom.
Mech destroyed. Losing armor.
Yeah, at the moment, anyway, the Bombardier is my new favourite 65-ton mech. I am a big fan of mechs that I can cram loads of SRMs into. And this Bombardier, as you've seen already, used once today. I have packed with 6 SRM-6s in mine. 5 SRM-6s, I mean, in mine. And I really like that build.
I copy.
It's more SRMs than you can fit in any other 65-ton mech that's currently in Battletech Extended 3025. Black Cat says, I'm curious to see what the Crusader looks like, but I never see one. So the Crusader at the moment, if you go into the files and switch on the Battletech Extended Plus stuff, I believe a Crusader can show up. So I don't know, if you've not switched that on, then it won't show up. But the Crusader is being worked on, and I've just seen Harry is he's chiming in as well. He says Salama Joe is working on a Crusader and a Valkyrie right now. So sooner or later we will have a Crusader model that will be in the official stuff for Battletech Extended 3025. But if you can't wait for that and you want it right now, you can just go switch on the Battletech Extended Plus files, and that will add in a load of stuff just with mechs representing. Is it currently represented by an Atlas? Is that what's being used at the moment? There's a squashed up Atlas or something like that that represents it. Somebody was talking about it, possibly Samurai, the other day.
Locked on target.
But yeah, a proper model is being worked on, so that'll be cool. Because yeah, the Crusader is apparently a really common mech in the 3025 period. So once that is in, we're going to see a lot of them, which will be nice. Yeah, Samurai says, oh, new Valkyries. Saw some last night, thought they were cute, but no idea how they're supposed to look. Oh, Samurai says, no, I thought at first it looked Atlasy, but I think it uses the Night Gear model. Okay, yeah. I'm looked at it myself, so I'm not sure, but I'll take your word for it. I can see how you get those muddled up, because the heads are kind of similar, aren't they, in a way? Especially if you're looking at a tiny model from a distance. Yeah, Harry says it is the Night Gear.
Hostile removed.
Yeah, hence why it's in Extended Plus. Yeah, no worries. So Black Cat was saying, I was thinking, can you fit more SRMs in a Crusader model than in an Archer? Well, that is going to be a question for Harry and or Justin there, because I don't actually know the weapon hardpoints, or maybe even the Sargepedia. I don't know the weapon hardpoints on a Crusader, but I'm interested to know that answer if anyone has it, because I'll get very excited about a Crusader if I can fit even more SRMs in it than I can in a Bombardier. Right.
Ready for orders.
Going to march the Gromulus forwards, and I'm going to give him vigilance. He's got a bit of protection, and then I'm going to try and nail this turret in one. It's a heavy shredder turret. Don't really want that shooting back at my Atlas, do I? There we go. It's gone.
Let's go. Let's go. Target eliminated.
Harry says, with the mod enabled, go into the skirmish mech lab and have a look. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm streaming, so if someone else wants to, please pass on the information.
Damn it. I'm wounded.
Samurai says, I don't remember it having a huge amount of missile hardpoints. How many variants are there of it? Is there just the one? Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Grom in the Atlas. He's taking an injury. Not left on one hit point this time. Not been smashed with an AC-20. And I don't see any Banshees around, so he's probably going to be alright. But potential for problems here.
On the move.
Harry says, it must have at least 4, question mark. One in each arm and one in each leg. And they're currently in the side torsos instead. So, yeah, obviously in the tabletop, mechs have weapons in all sorts of weird and wonderful locations, whereas in Mech Warrior Online and Battletech, generally speaking, the weapon hardpoints get moved into the side torsos or the center torsos. In the tabletop, you have weapons facing backwards, you have weapons in the legs and things like that, which, not coming from tabletop, for me is hard to wrap my head around. I think that's a little bit weird. How do you aim a weapon that's in your knee, for example? It's not very easy, is it? Especially not if you're moving. But yeah, some mechs are just built like that.
Location confirmed.
Okay, we've started smashing up this Warhammer 6R, so I guess I'll continue with it. Is there still a turret somewhere? Or did I get them all by now? I lost count because I wasn't paying attention. But what we do have is reinforcements arriving, so I guess I want to get these knocked down as quickly as I can. So with that in mind, let's go for a precision strike on the center torso and simultaneously knock this guy over.
Inflicted heavy damage.
Okay, so Samurai says 4 variants. I think that's what Harry meant with at least 4, is it? Or is he talking about missile hardpoints? It's all very confusing. Okay, yeah, so we'll go with what Samurai's saying. So, yeah, 4 variants of the Crusader. The 3D, the K, the L, and the R. So that's going to be quite a lot of mechs then. When that model does get finished, we're going to see a whole bunch of Crusader mechs added to the game all at once. And, again, it's a fairly common mech in this time period, so we're probably going to see a lot of them. Yeah, I think the Sarge is going to finish off this Warhammer. There it goes.
One less target.
Sarge says Crusader should have more missile hardpoints if I'm not mistaken. Black Cat says I was thinking 10 because 2 is that MM15s or LRM15s in torsos, 2 SRM6s in legs.
Commander. I copy.
LRM15s you meant. Yeah, cool. Just a typo. Okay. Smash the awesome. Sarge says, oh, he fall down, go boom, boom. Yeah. Falling down is not a good way to be in Battletech, is it? Lying on your back. Just ask Nexus.
Minimal damage on that hit.
85 tonner back there. Okay.
I'm taking heavy hits, Commander.
I think this is a job for the Wrecking Ball. Let's rock the stability of that awesome. Good old Rylan here for that job.
That shot just grazed me. What's up, boss?
Don't really need to move Catch closer, do I? It's quite happy firing from the back with 2 AC-10s, 2 large lasers. I was considering wandering him forwards and eventually bringing those machine guns into play, but I don't need to. We've got Grom in the Atlas up front, and I think the Atlas is doing alright for armor at the moment. It was last I looked. I should probably have another check. Yeah, it's kind of okay. Probably going to be less okay after this volley of missiles, though. Ouch. Yeah. Maybe I do need someone else up front.
Good to go.
Sarge is working his way around the flank bit by bit. And it is kind of useful having that triple PPC mech in the Lance at the moment. Just the sensor impairment ability of the PPCs, reducing the enemy's chance to hit. Wish I could reduce this guy's chance to hit. Right, that's definitely a longbow. That has to be a longbow. That was way too many missiles for anything else. And yeah, now Grom's in a really bad way. Oh god, it's not over yet. Oh, that was a lot less, but he's knocked down. And that is the danger of all these LRMs. Definitely up against an enemy support lance. And they're not done yet. Great. Structure exposed. AC-20 crit. We're going to lose 2 plus AC-20s at this rate. Okay, I can stand Grom up, and that is obviously what I'm going to do before anything else. You're just not made for this mech, Grom. That's just how it is. This is not the mech for you. Every time I put Grom in the Atlas, it goes really, really badly. Right, so I'm going to angle so that the right side is shielded as best I can from the enemy fire. And then give him vigilance because he bloody needs it. All those LRMs firing at him. And rather than bracing or anything, I think I'm going to go for a precision strike and just try to nail this dude, because with him taken out, those LRMers don't have any line of sight.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
And they'll have to move closer to my guns. The Cold Steel says, timber! Yeah. Always makes me nervous when a valuable mech and pilot gets knocked over, though. I don't know if you could see the change in my expression when I see it. I'm like, oh no, here we go. Not again. But he's survived. Seems to be getting away with it at the moment. So now I have no targets right now, except for the buildings, which, yeah, we have to destroy 3 buildings at some point, but meh. Not too worried about doing that just yet. What I would rather do is see if I can get Catch into a position to grab a sensor lock on a better target, but it doesn't look like that's going to be achievable. Maybe if I move Sarge first, then the AI has to take a move, and maybe they'll shuffle forwards a little more and end up being close enough to get a sensor lock with Catch after all. We'll see what happens anyway, but for now, quite happy to just wreck a building with Sarge.
Fire.
I'm reading heavy damage to an enemy structure.
Sarge says he might do better in a cicada. So Sarge missed a shot, otherwise that would be a dead building.
Receiving you.
Disappointment. Right. Can Catch get a sensor lock? Doesn't appear so. Doesn't matter how I jig this about. The enemy is simply too far away. Oh well. Do you know what? In that case, I think I'm just going to sprint with Catch, because someone definitely needs to take over the front line tanking from the enemies. Grom is no longer equipped for doing that.
Moving to position.
Wrecking ball, smash a building, please, since we've got the opportunity.
Structure down. It's history.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm here.
Okay. Grom, run away. Run away.
All right. Full speed.
Okay. Hopefully Catch will be able to get a sense lock this time around. Yeah, he can. I do need to move out here though, and I can't quite get into cover. It's a little bit annoying. So I'm not going to be able to get a 60% damage mitigation, but we are going to go for the 40. And then sensor lock this 85 tonner. Is that a longbow? That is a longbow. Yeah, so at least we can start getting our own back for all that missile spam being thrown our way. And Ryland is the man for that job. So it says Grom screaming in the comm system distracted me. That's your excuse for missing that stationary non-moving building, is it? Fair enough. Right, Samurai's got more information for us on the Crusader. So he says the 4 Crusader variants so far seem to be mostly 2 to 3 energy, 4 missile hardpoints, with a small variance in support / jump jets. The exception is the 3D, which sports 2 energy and 5 missile and no support and no jet. That sounds like the one for me. 2 energy, 5 missile. Yeah, and the 3D, I guess, will be the Davian variant and will probably be harder to get hold of. But that's the one I'm going to want, I think. All right, this time, Sarge... Since Sarge has clearly proven he can't hit a building, I'm going to move him and see if he can hit a moving target a little more easily. And we'll go for the longbow.
Copy that.
Nah, we'll just go for this.
All weapons.
1. Oh, just 1 miss. 2 hits. That'll do. That's fine.
Damage is minor, Commander. Hey there.
I might just go... Oh, no. I need vigilance because he's going to get shot at a lot. Now I'm going to go for a precision strike. And see if we can just wreck the CT of this guy. They don't have too much armor on the center. He's got to be close.
Reporting critical.
Definitely looking unhealthy. 10 hit points. 10 measly hit points remaining on the center of that longbow. Okay. Can Grom get back in range to finish the job? It's possible. It's possible. Not sure it's wise, but it is possible. I don't know. I'm not feeling that that's a good idea. I think instead I might just move Sarge around and get him to try. I know it's only a side angle shot though for Sarge, which is a shame.
Affirmative.
Taking the left leg off. I mean, he was unsteady already, so no matter what, we were going to knock him down here. And up he gets immediately. I think what I'll probably do is finish that guy off with Ryland and the missile spam, assuming I can still see him by the end of his move, which I think I will be able to. Because I'd rather not risk the Atlas if I don't have to. And those... It wouldn't just be the 2 AC-20 +++s I'd lose. I'd lose the medium laser from this arm as well if this whole side goes off. That's actually quite a lot of valuable weaponry. I'd rather keep hold of if I can.
Position confirmed. I copy. Mech destroyed.
What's going on here? Did anyone else see that number 4 that was just wibbling around the screen for some reason? I don't think I've ever noticed that happen before. Weird. Okay. Okay, Grom is going to continue his brave and mighty tactical withdrawal.
Understood. Moving fast. Let's go. Let's go.
But yeah, we got to keep that gear safe and secure. I think I'm pretty sure I've got spares for the AC-20s, but the medium lasers I don't have so many of. They're a little harder to come by. Just in terms of, you know, how often I choose to pick them up in salvage compared to something that's better. Okay, let's wreck this awesome.
Target acquired.
Sarge says, have to save Grom. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. but you know, also the gear.
Standing by.
Oh, gotta love that range on the LRMs.
Firing. Full
I
complement
was
on
thinking, oh, am I gonna have to move out of cover to reach this? No, of course not. Packing 4 LRM-15s. I can just stand wherever I like, apparently.
it. That hit something good.
Old Steel says you could eject. That preserves the mech and the pilot. Yeah, no, we don't eject here unless absolutely necessary. The main reason is because the cockpit item gets destroyed when you eject. You see, and I really love the +3 resolve comms units that go in the cockpits. To the point that sometimes I have to seriously weigh up whether I'm going to save a pilot or not. Whether I save a pilot or save the comms unit. But as you can see, we've got one in this as well. ++ comms system. And yeah, ejecting would get rid of that. Yeah, this Atlas is safe though. He's fine. He's made it all the way to the back. He's going to be all good. I'm going to send him all the way back here eventually.
Ready for orders.
And that way there's no need to eject him.
Confirmed.
Yeah, Harry says he loves his comm systems too much. I certainly do.
What's up, boss?
I'm unwilling to give those up. Alright, Sarge. I think I'm going to give Sarge a vigilance sprint here.
Affirmative.
Opportunity to lose all that heat, as you see. Massive amount of heat sinks. Love how quickly that mech loses heat. You just spend one turn doing something else. Bang, heat gone. So good. Sarge says Grom's good at ejection. Oh, Sarge is taking an injury as well. That's what you get, Sarge. That's karma for you. Right, I do get to go with him again thanks to the vigilance, but you can't quite make the cover. So we will spend a turn out of cover. We will use vigilance once more for some protection. And then we're going to go for a precision strike and drill this longbow in the center torso. Mostly in the center torso. One hit the right torso, the rest in the center. It's not too bad, is it? Sarge is drawing all the attention now. But as you can see, the Charger, it's got those nice looking arms with the big shields. It looks almost made to be taking missiles in the side and laughing them off. Catch, I guess Catch will continue on this other target. I don't really like splitting my fire usually. I prefer to focus fire targets down, but can't really maneuver Catch to get a view on the other one, and I couldn't maneuver Sarge to get a view on this Awesome either, so they get a target each.
Critical hit.
Still making good progress anyway. Alright, he's now run out of view, so Ryland will be firing his missiles at this longbow.
What's up, boss? Locking in all weapons.
Standing by.
And Grom has made it to the safety of the trees right at the back. Gonna sit and watch himself a movie while everyone else finishes the mission. There's another mech back there. Okay. Oh yeah, of course there's still 3 to go, aren't there?
Standing by.
For some reason, I felt like I'd already killed 2 from this lance.
Position confirmed.
Man, so this is a hell of a support lance. I mean, you can see why Grom got so messed up.
Firing full complement on the enemy.
Like with all the LRMs, it's
Tango down.
a guarantee pretty much that you're going to be able to knock a target down if you aim all of those at the same thing. I mean, that's something I've never done. I've never taken a full lance of nothing but LRM mechs. I'm not sure I could bring myself to do it. I'd feel too dirty.
Okay, that hurt. Waiting for orders.
Okay. We're getting there on this awesome, but he's got a lot of evasion, and he's showing his armoured side to us. He's making us work for this kill.
Ready.
I think I'm going to sprint catch over. Whoops, no. Into the cover, please. There we go.
Commander. On my way.
Okay, he's now in the hidiest hole that he could possibly be, I think. Oh, will you stop running around, awesome? This is annoying. It's just making life so difficult. Sarge has still got reasonable armor, I suppose. Of course, the closer I get to these guys, the less effective these LRMs are going to be. If I can get inside the minimum range, they're going to have a hard time hitting me. We're not there yet, but there is good reason for me to continue this advance.
Solid connection on that one. Lots of armor.
I'm starting to wonder if this last longbow there that will be the last thing that we get to kill will actually run himself out of ammo before I get to kill him. He's certainly the reinforcements came in pretty early and they fired a lot of times.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Okay, Rylan, wreck this guy, please. There he goes. Good job. One more to go. We've still got to kill 2 buildings, which is a little bit annoying.
Receiving you.
But first things first, let's get this mech dealt with. The catch is going to go for a sensor lock. Not really helping me out this round, I don't think.
Sensors locked on. Orders. Let's go. Let's go.
Yes, Commander.
Sarge can get his own line of sight. Okay, that's cool. We don't need the sensor lock.
Copy.
Otherwise, I would have reserved Sarge. But no need. I do need to give him some vigilance, though, because he's a little bit worn down. And he's going to take yet another volley from this longbow, and he's definitely not out of ammo yet. But I'm going to go for a precision strike. Try and make this job as quick as possible. All good. And the sensor impairment, again, will reduce this guy's accuracy, which is nice. Sarge helping himself there. Oh, God, breaching shot. So the vigilance wasted there, unfortunately. Because breaching shot ignores your cover.
Orders.
Man, can I really not get catch into a view? No. Alright, catch will sprint again. At least Rylan can rain some hell in.
Move order received.
Getting hot, but I think he's still doing fine. This polar environment, very, very good for your heat sinks. Yeah, look at that. We'll probably get another volley out of that before I need to worry about venting heat, and by which time this guy should be dead. I think I'm going to go precision strike, because we've worn down the CT a little bit.
Roger.
We might even be able to open it up with this volley of missiles if I go for this precision strike, so that's what I've gone for. Yeah, we have opened it up, and in fact, we've got an ammo explosion as well. Good job, Rylan. He's having a good mission. Okay, so Grom, continue hiding at the back. Now all we've got to do is finish off these 2 buildings. This is just a formality.
Ready for orders. On the move.
So there's definitely one that's damaged. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go multi-target with Sarge because we don't need to fire much at this thing to kill it, so just need one PPC to do that. And is there another one that's damaged? I forgot to check. Probably not. No, I don't think we've touched any of the remaining ones. Oh, hold on. Hold on. What about Charlie? No, no, maybe not. Okay, so we need that at Alpha, and then we'll shoot the others at Bravo. I just clicked that because I wanted to see how many hit points it has. It doesn't really make any odds. So, assuming Sarge doesn't miss the 95% chance, which I'm sure he won't, that building's down, and then we've put some work on the next one.
Affirmative.
So down it goes. And now 2 PPCs into this one, and we'll just need something else to fire to finish that off. And then that's the mission complete. So pretty sure Catch can do that.
I got firing on target.
Overkill. There we go. Job done. Right, so no new vehicles in this mission.
Brought it down, Commander.
Mission successful.
I'm going to overrun my finish time, I think, if I take another mission, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. We'll try to get through it as quick as possible, but I don't know. It's a little bit too early for me to finish, and I certainly don't want to faff around for 20 minutes in the mech lab. So we'll take another mission on and overrun a little bit, because I want to see, first of all, one, if there's anything new. Two, this next mission I'm going to take is going to be against the Federated Suns, so there's a chance of a Night Star. I think it's worth having a crack and trying to squeeze in. I will have to take stuff that will allow me to get the mission done quickly, though. So we'll be bringing out the big guns. Right, the Atlas is going to need repairing. That's fine. We can live without that. What should I take? I want another bombardier one day, maybe. We'll take that. We'll take that because we can finish off a longbow. That'll be good for selling. And what else? What else? 10 damage medium laser. Yes. Do with some spares of those. Yeah, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. We'll take that as salvage. I don't want to spend too long deliberating over what to grab. Oh, and we got another couple of pieces of longbow there. Of course, I'm getting the extra long loadout of a mission when I want to be quick. And it's because I've completed a mech. Every time you complete a mech chassis, it just takes that little bit longer to load out of a mission. Because it has to, I don't know, load up the little Yang text box. And the option for you to put it into storage or into your mech bay. But it's just typical. See, now that's taking me to 15 minutes remaining now. Now this is taking so long, I'm starting to wonder if the game's broken. Please don't be broken. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's all good. Panic over. My God, that was a long one. So we'll send that to storage. Let's get the Atlas fixed up. So that's a 3-day repair job. Okay, contracts. Oh, was that the one against Davian? Oh man. Oh, I got myself confused. I thought there was still another mission to do there. Apparently not. So, in that case, we won't be doing one more mission today, after all. Because what we'll be doing instead is looking for somewhere to travel and travelling, and then we'll be finishing roughly on time. Oh, sorry to get your hopes up if you're hoping for one more. Well, I honestly thought there was another one around. So, still looking for contracts against the Federated Suns. I think we'll travel to Bromhead now. Have a quick look. Or we could stop at Laconis on the way. Isn't it weird how if I travel to Laconis, that'll take me 28 days, but if I travel to Bromhead, 27 days. Where is the logic? I don't get it. Because space stuff. Let's go with that. I might stop in at Laconis on the way there, and we've got some low-level stuff to look at as well, because so many new things to see. It's worth doing. So yeah, that's where I'll travel to. So yeah, unfortunately, there won't be time for another mission today. However, don't go away. Stay till the end, because I'm hoping. I'll just have a look. I'm hoping. I think Pacifist starts his stream around when I finish. So if he has started today, we'll do a raid, and you guys should check him out because he's playing this mod as well. It's always good to see a different streamer playing it and how they approach the game, what they're doing. And he's in the very, very early stages of his career at the moment. So he's all light mechs, and so I'm not using light mechs at all at the minute. So you're not really going to see the use of them at this stage in my career, because I'm way past that. But if you want to see what's going on at the light end of the game, Pacifist is playing. I think he only just got his second medium last night when I was watching him. He's got 2 blackjacks, but he's very early on. Pacifist says travel agency in space is complex. Oh, he says not going to stream today. Going to spend some quality time with the missus. I'll try to stream tomorrow. No worries, Pacifist. So I'll try raid Pacifist tomorrow. But maybe Hotakuken's still going. So I'll check in. Let's have a look who's going, and we can raid somebody. So what I'll do is I'll do my signing off, blah 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 stuff, and then we'll go raid Hotakuken. Yeah, he's still going. He's still going. So we'll raid him instead. So hang on. All right, so I'm traveling. We're all good. So we'll get this done first. And then, like I said, don't get thrown by me doing the signing off stuff, because I'll be doing that for the purpose of the YouTube video as well. And then after I've done that, we can have the YouTube video cut off the end, and we'll go do a raid on Hotakuken. Hotakuken, who is playing Battletech Extended 3025 as well. I've been nagging him for several weeks now. Looking forward to getting him onto this mod, and he's just today started his what has he started? A campaign. It's a campaign he's doing, which is cool. Oh, we got another follow. Sigwatch, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Really appreciate that. So yeah, we'll go check him out, and I'm gonna have to make dinner when I finish. But I'm hoping he'll still be going, because I want to catch some of that. See how he's getting on. And of course he announced some of the mechs he started off with earlier on in my stream, and it sounds like he's got a really, really tough start. He had a spider, he had 2 locusts, I think he had a commando, and what was the other thing? a javelin, I think. So yeah, not the best start ever. And I'm grinning because this guy plays the game hardcore. You know, he loves playing it. You know, in a difficult way, making his life difficult, and getting that start is like, yeah, this isn't going to be too easy for you. You're going to have a fun time dealing with that. Running around with a couple of 30-tonners, a couple of 20-tonners, and a 25. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to checking that out. But yeah, so hang around. It'd be really cool if you guys could, you know, stick around when we raid him. Give him a follow if you haven't followed him already, and check out what he's doing. I've been nagging him to get his stuff up on YouTube as well, because as I'm sure you can tell, he's streaming at the same time as I'm streaming, so I can't watch him. I can't watch while I'm streaming. So I'm hoping for either I'll catch the Twitch VODs or catch his recordings on YouTube, so I can actually sit and enjoy it myself, even though I can't catch it live. So we have arrived at our destination. I'm going to check out what contracts there will be available here. So this was a low-level place. We'll be taking the mediums out when we do get around to doing this. I'm just hoping there's a decent number of contracts. There we go. So we got 2 2.5 skulls and a 3 skull. Oh, I might be able to take the heavy lance out for the 3 skull. That might justify it, maybe. Yeah, cool. All right, so we've got some stuff we can do there. Everyone will be fixed up and good to go. So what am I missing? Oh, Sarge fucking mountain oysters again. No. Cold Steel says that is a sucky lance. It is, isn't it? That is a very sucky lance to start with. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how he copes with it, and if anyone dies. Like, for all I know, he could have lost 2 pilots already. But I'm looking forward to checking it out and seeing. Because yeah, those mechs are just going to evaporate like that if anything even looks at them. 2 locusts, a spider, a commando, and a javelin. Oh man, what a start! I mean, the javelin's good. I rate the javelin. I think that's quite a decent mech for 30 tons. But the rest of them, I mean, maybe if you got a Locust 1E, I do like that for the firepower. But it's still a glass cannon, you know. Well, if it's even fair to give it cannon as a moniker, but yeah, it's still gonna fall apart if it's looked at. But yeah, Cold Steel says lots of running and screaming. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Okay, so I'm just going to do the sign off now, but stick around, Twitch viewers, please, and we'll do a raid on Hotakukum right after I finish my sign up blurb, which is coming now. So thank you all very much for watching. Really appreciate you, and thanks for getting involved and chatting and looking up information, sharing lore stuff. It's really interesting to hear all of that, and I hope you guys enjoy hearing all about the lore and the mechs and things as much as I do. So I really appreciate you guys, the Sargepedia and Samurai today, and Harry, you know, all throwing up information, and Black Cat as well. Almost forgot you, Black Cat, sorry. So it's really interesting hearing that information about the Battletech universe and getting more into the lore and the ins and outs of what's what. So thanks for that, guys. Really do appreciate it. Thank you to all the subscribers, thank you to the new followers, and thank you to everyone watching on YouTube as well. I'm having a great time with this. I hope you are too, and I hope you come back and keep watching more. I will be back tonight in a couple of hours. It is Football Friday, so I'll be playing Football Manager 2019 in just a little over 2 hours time, playing with the Blythe Spartans, and this season we're right at the start of the season in a new division. We just got promoted at the end of last session last Friday, so if you want to see how I get on in a new tougher division, please come along in 2 hours time and check that out. If you're a football fan, and if you're not a football fan, maybe have a look and see. You never know, you might end up being one. We've certainly made a convert of Catch 22. He's now playing Football Manager himself, so you never know, you might like it. And of course, for you guys in the States, that's European football I'm talking about, so soccer to you, as opposed to American football. But yeah, come take a look. And I will be back with more Battletech tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'll be back at the usual time of 3 p.m. UK time, or 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you're looking forward to more Battletech and you want to see more of these new vehicles and new mechs that they're in the patch, the latest patch for Battletech Extended 35, then I will be back with more tomorrow. So also, if you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on what you thought of the content, and follow the channel for more stuff like this. For now, I'm out, and I'll catch you next time. All right, guys, I'm not gone yet. We're doing the raid. We're doing the raid. That was for the benefit of the YouTube video. Hopefully, Shell will cut the end of this off. Catch says, #1 Blind Spartans. Yeah, that's right. Cold Steel says, Tottenham Hotspurs. Oh, they're a much better team than Blythe Spartans. Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, man. I'm pretty sure their youth team could beat my first team. But, yeah. Hope to see you later, Cold Steel. If you're into your football, check it out. You never know. You might enjoy it. Right, so it's time to do the raid. So what I need to know is what the command is for raiding. Shell, could you let me know what that is? So /raid, then space, then Hotakuken, is it? Okay, so here we go. Hopefully this works. And how does this work? It's waiting. There we go. Now I can go raid now. Cool. There we go. I think we did it.